shots?
There's like barely any fucking alcohol
I do.
in that motherfucker.
I just
Okay,
poured more
sorry,
into
Cody,
it.
that we don't drink all the time.
Drink it straight, bitch.
Nah, I can't. I don't like
Wait,
that.
pour more in mine. More alcohol in mine, bro.
Are you feeling a little like
A little bit, but I want to feel
like
more.
intimidated now? Like you want Cody to realize that you're not a bitch?
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
More? All right, say when.
Okay.
He didn't even pour anything. It was literally not even up to
just-
the
I
neck
should have
of
just
the
kept
bottle.
going.
Just
'cause
do it.
It wasn't.
All right, that's fine, bro. Thank you.
Man,
so
I thought she
much.
was gonna fucking have you fill it to the brim,
Nah.
dog. I thought she was like,
Be
"I'll
like,
show
"Have
you
it-
who's a fucking
Have it
bitch."
now, Cody.
I mean, that would be a strong one though, for sure.
Yeah.
I got some fucking Pepsi over here. If you want a little bit
I
more.
want to
of
get. I kind of want to get, but I don't like driving drunk.
Just the
I've
fact
done
that you
it.
guys are drinking is making me want to go get a beer.
Let's go, get it.
Let's go, dude.
Fuck it, I'll go get a beer.
Don't be a pussy.
Bring those 2 shots of Jaeger in with you.
Yes, I want to do another one. So like
I saw on. No, I'm sorry. That was mean. Go ahead.
Wait, what was mean?
I interrupted you. Like
you
you
do
were
that
started.
every podcast.
I know. I'm
Guys,
trying
tally
to.
mark how
I'm
many
trying to
fucking
work
times
on it.
I was just gonna say some dumb shit. Oh, the new South Park's coming out. Let's discuss that.
This week,
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
because
To be exact.
Thanksgiving's this week. Oh my God,
Gobble.
I forgot.
I put my turkey in the fridge today. Almost forgot.
I gotta take. Oh no, I'm saving mine till Christmas now.
Oh,
Christmas
word.
Eve, actually.
Whoa, did not know Cody was right fucking by me.
We're
Hi.
gonna light our fire and
Fuck.
have dinner around the fire.
Wow.
Sit on the floor talk.
Wow.
like old school times.
You could be like on a blanket and be like, "We're sorry," like on that South Park episode.
I could do that.
Make a TikTok of that.
What is that? Sam Adams?
Wow,
Oh, shit.
bro, you're fucking cool. Look at this professional drinker over. Like, we are nothing compared to Cody right now.
I don't own a bottle opener.
That's
actually-
I just have to use a lighter.
I tried to do that once and I broke the corner of my table.
I actually
What, with a
used-
lighter?
No, with like I tried to do that thing.
Oh,
like
the thing on the table?
yeah,
That's
and
what I
it
used to
broke the
do.
corner of my table.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it. I was considering it, but I don't want to fuck up my table. I like
did
this
it.
table.
I
It's
did
a
it
nice
a couple
table.
times in Canton when we lived down there. And Missy saw me
I'll
the one
show
time.
you,
She's
right?
like, "What the fuck are you doing?
You're like,
It's
trying to
gonna.
break this
That's gonna
table.
damage the counter."
And it definitely will.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It fucks up lighters, dude. I have lighters that had chunks taken out the bottom.
I actually started using.
That is
I
so
found Jordan got us when he went to Germany. I think it's Germany. It says on there. He got a bottle opener. It was a magnet. I just put it on my fridge. That's what I use.
I have a Coca-Cola one from when I worked at Pump. Every Christmas they would like different like
The
companies.
merchandisers
Yeah,
would give you
would-
shit.
And
That's amazing.
that's how I got this hat. Well, so like this hat was supposed to go to Bianca, right? She asked for it because the guy was wearing it. And he's like, I have extra ones if you want. Well, I'll bring you one next time. And I was the manager that day. She was gone. So he like left it. I'm like, that's a nice beanie. And I know she's never going to wear it. So I took it. And she came in the next day pissed off it wasn't there. I'm like, dude, I have no idea.
Over a beanie.
She was like trying to look at
a
cameras.
Pepsi beanie.
Shock top.
Oh,
This
so
this exact beanie.
does she know now, or
No.
she gonna
She's not
find
gonna
out?
watch this.
Send her this episode and be like, "There's a piece of information
There's a little
in here.
Easter egg in
I
here
think
for
you
you."
might. I think you might find interesting." So I was on the internet today, like everybody in life.
Were you watching death videos?
Yes.
That's what I usually do on the internet.
Yeah.
Do you really?
I keep
No.
so.
oh, I was like,
mean,
I don't.
sometimes it does. It
I
does.
thought
happen.
I was about to go down serious road. Every time I watch, I always type in like the live TV deaths. I always watch the live TV ones, and the first one I watch is always the dude from Pennsylvania that fucking
Bud Dwyer.
shoots right in his mouth.
He's like a senator or a
Yeah.
governor or
Yep.
something.
Yep.
Wait, is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah. I watched that video
Oh, word up.
along with a couple other like hit and run type things.
Is that really where you were going?
Yeah.
Wow, good job.
I wasn't joking.
Oh, I watched today.
So I totally called it.
Yeah.
I watched today on. I want to see if it's still in. So I watched this thing on TikTok of like the like dispatcher and person like call of this girl who
Like
got
911 calls.
yeah of this girl who got like kidnapped and like raped, but she like called the police before he killed her, and he was like sleeping, and she was like naked, and like they did rescue her. But it turns out this dude in Ohio, his last name was Great. I don't remember his first name. Sean Great. Look at me remembering. Anyways, he actually, they found out he's like a serial killer, and he killed like 5 people, 6. But it was like, I guess it was like really
raped
bad.
him too?
Yeah, like it was like bad. Like he would like, he had all the locks like locked from the outside, so it was like weird. So they couldn't escape.
I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, obviously. But he like had it like that, and it was like weird.
You gotta assume that people are gonna be suspicious about it, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, like it's either that or like this guy's really fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, he was. Well, he
Can
got
you
caught.
imagine the fucking trauma from them people that get involved in them kind of things? Remember that one dude that was on, it wasn't on, but he was on the news. They had finally rescued girls, like 3 girls or something that
remember
had been
that.
in his basement for like 24 years or
Yeah, and
some
he was
shit.
just feeding them McDonald's every day.
That's
He would
dude,
just like get them a burger from like a
Can-
fucking McDonald's.
Wait, how did that girl escape? There's a movie made about
they
it.
found him. I don't think the one I'm talking about, nobody escaped. They finally found him.
Right? No, she didn't.
How did
like they
it's
had a
crazy
baby
how-
in there and everything.
It's crazy how they got away with that shit for 24 years, man.
He never killed them, but one had a baby in there.
He kept raping them and shit.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna keep a girl in your
Yeah.
basement, you're probably gonna rape them too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Those two kind of go hand in hand.
I remember watching the movie or like actual, like an interview of one of the girls, and like the one had a baby, and he like set up a room with like ABCs on the wall and like the numbers. Like he made it so it was weird. It's like that's so fucked up. And I feel like
I mean,
they probably
yeah,
keep him there because now you're too far in it. So
Those-
like, what the fuck are you
Those
gonna
guys
do?
that do that kind of shit are pretty fucked up.
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah, kidnapping's pretty cool. Raping. No. No, it's fucking weird. But the one, it was like sad to hear the like call because she was like trying to be quiet and you can hear him snoring next to her. And like the police went to the door she was able to get to, but then they went away. So she's like really quiet, like tell him to come back. Like it was so sad. And the dispatcher's
man.
like, go back to
It's-
that door. And she's
it's-
like, hurry up, come back. And I'm like, oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
It's kind of crazy that they just every single 911 call is just public.
Yes.
Like you can just anybody
That's
can
weird to
access
me.
it. It's strange.
I mean, that's like, wouldn't that be one of those like things where it's like this is
Privacy.
public information?
I mean,
Since
but why? I guess I don't fully understand why. I mean, I guess so. Like police can't tamper with it. Maybe.
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh.
But it's so strange. Like you can find the fucking 911 call of
Might
that
be
lady who had a monkey rip her fucking face off.
Jesus
Excuse
Christ.
me?
You never heard about that?
No.
Fucking the
Kinda
lady.
sick. No, I'm kidding.
Some lady was like raising a monkey, and like her friend came over, and the monkey got pissed off at her for whatever reason, and like ripped her friend's face off, and she called 911 because it was like a full grown fucking chimpanzee,
Jesus.
and she couldn't fucking get it to stop killing her friend. And
Oh my-
she just
I
like
mean,
called,
I don't-
like
I don't
find
mean
the
to laugh,
911
but
call and
Jesus.
shit.
I
It's
want to hear that.
when I've never heard of things like that, and obviously I know they could happen, but it's just so. It's just weird. It's something I've never heard about happen, and to hear it is just like I can picture it in my head of a monkey on this lady just fucking peeling her
Yeah, it's a
face
monkey.
off.
Screaming.
Stop.
Yeah.
Ew, shut your
Scream.
mouth.
The blood. He's like standing on her. The monkey's standing on her body like.
You ever see that video of the monkey where the fucking like guerrilla soldiers give a monkey a gun?
Really?
Yes.
You know the video
I
I'm talking
have
about?
seen
And
that,
the
yeah.
monkey just starts shooting the gun.
Yeah.
Jesus
And then it
Christ.
raises it in the air
Yeah.
like you were just doing and runs away.
Yo, I watched
Planet
this.
of the Apes, dude.
I watched this TikTok where this dog had a knife in its mouth, but like on the handle part, but because it was running around with it, like he thought it was a toy, because everyone's like, stop. So he's like excited, but it was an actual like butcher fucking knife, and they're scared he's gonna run like cut
What?
himself or them, and they're
What?
like, put it down.
What kind of drugs do you think those guys were on? They were like, hey, let's give this monkey a gun. Let's see
Probably
what
not drugs,
let's see
just-
what happens.
One of them was just
experimenting.
bored.
I feel like it's more like experiment, like I don't know.
Let's see what this monkey does with this loaded
Yeah.
AK-47.
Yeah, like
At
let's
least,
see.
At least take the bullets out or something.
For real. Like, why does it have to be loaded?
That's pretty funny. Yo, so I bought a Switch, Nintendo Switch. Jumping gears a little bit.
Yeah, you said that last time, didn't you?
Yeah, he did.
Did
Because
I?
I expressed how Chad bought mine.
Oh yeah. Well, I finally downloaded her damn Among Us. Played it one time.
How was it?
Shut the fuck up. He didn't even know how to play it, and I was trying to tell him how to play it.
Do the tasks
And he's like, no, I'll
at
figure it
first.
out. So he just didn't. It's a normal.
And I did
Brad not
figure it
figuring
out, motherfucker. I did.
I played it on the Switch, and it was easiest. It's easier on that than it is on the fucking PC
Because of the touchscreen.
because of the touchscreen. So
I just
What are you going to complain about since nobody has guns and you can't be like, why is that guy's gun stronger?
Oh, I'm too slow.
That guy moves faster than me.
and no, because in the settings you set them all at the same pace, so you can't.
What do
even
you
say
mean?
that. So like when you create a match or a lobby, there's a shit ton of settings. Like when you get into a lobby, you'll see everything on the right, maybe, and it shows like you can set the speed of everybody, the
like
cooldown time
their
from
talks.
killing.
What
their
I'm talking
speed.
about is the conversation when a
I
dead
know.
body's reported. Like all these people will send like 4 or 5 messages before I can even type one message out.
That would be annoying.
So now I'm just like, they're gonna think I'm the imposter because I'm not fucking saying anything.
no, just
They'll send like 5 messages and I'll be halfway through one.
Okay, so when they send messages on Xbox, do you have to type it out like you type out anything
So
on
it's
Xbox?
yeah.
Not going to ever play it on Xbox. Though.
You have like the Switch is a little easier because it's touchscreen. So instead of having to click over to each letter, I can do the touchscreen. But I'm still fucking slow at
with
that.
the new Xbox controllers, they have talk in them.
Wait, is Among Us on Xbox?
It's
yet?
gonna be soon on Game Pass.
Okay, because I looked it up the other night after I got it on the Switch, and I was like, I wonder.
If you think you're gonna
If
be
this
slow at
is on
typing on the
Xbox.
Switch, you're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
know.
slow at typing on the Xbox.
But I would rather play it on the Xbox than the Switch.
yeah,
Dude,
That
typing on the
makes
Xbox
sense.
just drives me nuts. I just don't ever want to do it.
same. But like with,
I think it'd be better if they made it to like, you know how Call of Duty on their menu screens, like you can do the joystick and it's just this circle going around
Yeah.
the stuff. If they could do that to where you could hover to the letters quicker like that instead of having to click over to it, it might make it a little bit quicker and easier.
also it's like a keyboard type situation, like a mouse.
in a
that's
sense,
a
yeah, pretty
basic-
much.
What you're saying is just put the fucking all the letters in a circle, and then you can
No,
just
not
circle
not a
around.
circle, just
Like a mouse goes
yeah,
to
like
the,
it's like
instead of
like
clicking.
instead of on your joystick, instead of on the screen, like it's kind of like a cursor wherever your joystick
Oh
goes.
yeah, okay, I get.
You
what
can
you're
just
saying.
go over each letter
Or just
instead
play
of
on the
having to
PC.
click to it. I did
kind of
tell
like the idea I just said a little bit better though. Like you know how some games have a weapon wheel where you push the button up and you gotta like use
Yeah.
the joystick to pick all of. If you just did that and it was letters in
See,
the circle,
that
I
would
think
be
that would probably be the
also
quickest
be
way to do it.
that would also be cool if they could like find a way to put like
That is so strong.
you know how you have like your finished text and you can press your word that
Yeah.
comes up.
Yeah.
If they maybe put in a set of conversation answers or questions
Oh.
that are common and you can just
Yo,
select
Among
it
Us,
like
that's
that.
a good idea.
I'm just saying.
I'm not the imposters one.
Yeah. Just I'm not the guy.
The other night, we didn't know who the imposter was. And I just put, yo, the imposter's sus. And they're all like, yeah. Dude, it's fun trolling kids on that game. That's literally why I play it.
I see, and that's I like to type in stupid shit too.
We got in a really racist lobby though the other day, and I was like,
She snapped me a picture
Oh
of
my
all their
God.
names, dude. Oh
it
my
was
God.
so bad.
It was like the KKK was playing Among Us.
Yeah, and they were like that
What were
in the
names? I
chat.
want to hear the names. You
No.
can't just fucking.
I can't say the
No.
names.
Just say N-word.
Okay,
or K-word.
so I'm just gonna. The first I saw was one person was black girl, and then also in that lobby was I hate.
I hate,
the
but it
N-word.
was like H, the number 8, and then
NGGER without the I think it was something like that to spell
yeah.
it. But then I was like, oh no, and I sent him that because they were like standing next to each
And
other.
then like
So I snapped it. I'm like, uh oh.
That's kind of funny.
And there was something with Coon in it and shit.
Yeah.
And then the Trump one joined, and then they all just were racist. They just
and like when a murder was reported, like when they got in the chat, it was just like
they all assumed that black
don't
girl
like
was
black-
the
Yes,
killer.
no, that's literally what happened. They voted her off first because she's like, why? And they're like, you're black.
You
And
know-
then,
Well,
and then,
clearly it's a murder.
it's
and
a
then
little-
we got, yeah, that's exactly. We just
it's a
got
little
off. I'm like,
sus
that's
that
annoying.
Among Us put black girl with all these racist names.
I mean,
It's
it
kinda
was
just random.
it was
It's not like
fucking
somebody
weird.
sitting there behind a computer. like,
This would be
selecting,
funny. Let's put her in this
but it's
lobby.
like my name's Balzac, and then like Kaylin's is Lise Chubb, and it's like, okay, that's like immature funny, but they're like legit racist. So we just got out of it after they voted her off. I'm like, okay, so this is like clearly annoying.
I still think it's hilarious that the two people who's that they just right away voted off the black person. It's just funny.
And they legit said it's because you're black. That's what they said, and I'm like, okay, let's get out. Of
You're
this
black,
lobby.
so you're obviously the one that did it.
Yeah, I'm like, well, let's get out.
I mean, I'm sure one of the first chats was like, black girl? What the fuck?
yeah, I don't know.
And it was like, it's her.
Yep, it was shitty. So I was
the
like,
game doesn't even start. That one did it.
Black's the
100% her.
imposter.
And it would have been funny as fuck if she actually ended up being the imposter and they
Dude,
just
that
won the
would
game
be-
automatically.
Just had their racism like paid off.
I didn't stay that. I didn't stay that long. I
You
just
should have.
uh-uh.
You should have stayed. That
Hey,
would have
I
been
don't
funny.
like that. I mean, no.
You
were, like,
should have just
legit.
stuck it out.
They were like legit awful, so I was like, I'm good, thanks. But then the next lobby we got in was fucking hilarious, so I was
Good.
happy we like they were genuinely funny, and like you could tell they were adults by the way they were talking.
Have you got in the lobby with Corpse yet? Is that his name?
That's with the deep voice. No, he plays like in like
Dude,
actual.
Is that like a
lobbies.
put on voice or is that like
No, that's real.
really?
hmm
I don't believe you.
I actually
Tell me, internet, is his low voice like real?
you
Is
can
that just a
tell.
live
Does
streamer?
he put?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he plays with Charlie, who I talk about. I watch them like all day, honestly, because they have like a bunch of Among Us
Does
like
he
streams.
does he like wear his mask and stuff on stream?
Who?
Corpse, or did he
does
just
it,
not
it's just
show
black.
his face? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't do. Yeah, but they play with
It's weird. That's-
Valkyrie and
Weird.
PewDiePie and Charlie,
PewDiePie plays Among
Corpse,
Us?
Toast,
fuck you doing, guy?
and like one. They had James Charles in one. Yeah, and it was just like they just play Among Us and it's fun. But Corpse's voice is definitely like that. You can tell it's real.
Dude, I want to talk to some of these fucking famous dudes like that.
I like Charlie a lot. Like he is genuinely like nice. You can tell he's like genuine.
Is it weird that I like want to like talk to James Charles and like find out who he is? If he's
gay.
just really a dumb motherfucker.
Well, like
I
what
don't
do
know
you
who you're
mean?
fucking talking about.
He's a makeup.
Really?
He's like
I mean, I guess.
he's
I
like.
get
Do you know Jeffree
it.
Star?
You're not really.
I've heard the name before.
It's
They're the same
it's
thing.
yeah. It's just like we have makeup palettes.
They have
and
makeup
we're
palettes
gay.
and they have like tea.
I mean-
like there's people that
But
talk
he's
shit
like-
about them.
I mean, he's
He did
talked
some
to,
things with little boys.
He's talked to minors and he's sent pictures to minors.
He got canceled.
and you really want to talk to this guy?
I want to beat him up, kind of like really. I don't really want to talk
Jeffree
to him. I
Star's
just kind of
just
want to
that
sit
shitty.
there and just keep insulting him over and over again.
I still have a Jeffree Star palette though. Like I don't really care that much.
See, talking about that when all that shit was going on and
Mhm.
everyone was smashing their palettes, I thought that shit was funny as hell.
because you're just wasting money. Like it has good pigment. I'm not.
I
gonna
mean,
get
it's
rid
also
of it.
like
like
the
you don't wear
makeup-
makeup, so you're like, I don't care about everything.
mean,
this thing that
that
everybody's
too.
freaking out about.
But I
It's just
I mean, I had that
allegation, like-
small opinion where I was like, this is dumb. These motherfuckers paid like $50 for this palette and they're fucking smashing
When
it.
when Activision, all that stuff came out, when that girl committed suicide, although more stuff
Everyone
just
was
came
saying
out.
they'd
Everyone
stop
was
playing.
throwing away the games, and it's like,
Yeah.
you guys didn't destroy them.
You're
You took them right back
they're
out
playing
after you
them.
made that
They're
video.
playing all those games that they smashed.
It's
now.
like after you put them in the trash can delicately, after this video, you brought them back out and you still played them. Shut the fuck up.
Pick the game up like I would never do that.
You
to
uninstalled it, then immediately reinstalled it. Like,
If anything,
stop.
they should be throwing Activision games away because they suck. And they never release a fucking finished game. Nobody does anymore. Every game is fucking
Dude, I'm
unfinished
telling
and
you,
glitchy now.
I'm telling you, Battlefield 2042 was a little disappointing. The game, like,
Yeah.
the gameplay was fine. I think, like, no matter how much you raise your sensitivity or whatnot, it's still kind of slow, kind of like Cold War in a sense. And
Yeah.
but
It's always been slower than Call of Duty. It's a slower paced game.
the graphics. Or like I said, I think Battlefield 4's graphics are better than Battlefield 2042.
That is
And
disappointing.
it was like they cut the maps almost
That's also
like
disappointing.
in
One
half,
of the things I liked
or
about
even by
Battlefield was
75%. Like it was
I like
it was like a
what about the vehicles? Were you able to fight with any vehicles or anything?
I didn't get any vehicles because dude, everybody would take them and fill them up as soon as the game started.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to get to it.
Did you go in a tornado?
No. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, there's supposed to be weather.
Really?
Yeah, you
natural
can-
disasters and shit.
You can get in the tornado and fly somewhere else.
I was
Fucking
just-
look at me like that.
I was just out in the desert.
Like I was stupid.
and there was nothing
like
going
in the
on. I didn't
city.
even get to see any buildings fall.
Every map I see the tornado on is the one with like like skyscrapers, and you can like jump off them. And shit.
Dude, literally all it was like 2 buildings here, 2 buildings down here. And there was like you can come out here a little bit, but like that's the map. It's nowhere near as big as what's in
That's good.
the other ones.
That's why I didn't like Battlefield, because of the huge maps.
I love the huge maps.
But
the
the
huge
thing
maps
is-
are the best part. That's the whole point of Battlefield.
Yeah, the thing
That's
is
why it's cool.
So like the map I played, it was all open. Like from the 2 buildings to the other 2 buildings, it was just all open. There's
Battlefield's not finished.
There's nowhere to take cover. There's like it seemed like
Yeah, apparently they don't even
pointless.
have chat, in-game chat.
Really?
Yeah, you had like we would still be able to get into an Xbox
Maybe
party
that's why
and
I
chat,
didn't hear
but
anybody talking.
yeah, there's no they released it without in-game chat, and even because the official release date I think was
Of course, I was
last
playing the
Friday.
trial too. I doubt it's going to be any different.
Did it seem
the
like it
game
was the full
release.
game, or was it just giving you a couple
It
levels?
only let me play. I only played the same. I played the same map twice, so it was probably either they were just let people play that map, or I don't know. But I ended up getting in the same map twice.
It's kind of a risky move putting out a free trial of a game that's not finished and shitty.
Because it turns
Seems
people
like they
off.
would know. Yeah, it seems like they would know. Like, hey, maybe if this game sucks, maybe we shouldn't give them a free
Facts.
trial because then nobody's gonna fucking buy it.
That's yeah. Like
There's been a lot of positive feedback to it, but mine is just like it was great that I got a bunch of kills. Like that was super sweet, but I'm very, very disappointed in the graphics and the map size. And you don't. It's nowhere. It's nowhere near fucking 64 players. It's definitely not 64 players.
It was supposed to be
in a
more
thing.
than 64. They're
No
supposed to
way.
go up to like
No way, dude.
128.
No way. Not in what I played. Maybe in different modes, but in the trial, nope. It was multiplayer Conquest that I played. And
I mean, Conquest
there
is
was
supposed to be the big fucking.
there's
the big
probably
maps.
only like I don't know, man. Like fucking 10 people on each side, on each team.
I don't want Call of Duty. I want fucking Battlefield.
I hear you, dude.
Like,
I
what
hear
the
you.
fuck, man?
Like I said, I was like playing it. Even playing it, I was like kind of like, man, these guys.
maybe I'll
I like the
Battlefield,
modern.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
like the modern weapons and stuff. It's awesome.
Battlefield's gonna be my
but-
new game. Well, you guys hate it. I'm gonna love it.
Dude.
Just like multiplayer. I'm
One of their
Warfare.
first updates is coming out
It is unfinished.
soon after the release. It released already, right?
I watched. Yeah.
19th, I think. So
Yeah.
last Friday.
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah, okay.
this one streamer really like Donkey. So he like just plays games to literally find all the glitches. He plays for hours to find all the glitches and everything wrong with it, and he'll just make a compilation of all the shit he runs into.
A lot of work.
And a lot.
Yeah,
that's
that's
his
a
job.
lot of time.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
his job though. Like
Yeah,
that's what a lot
true.
of them do.
That's true.
A lot of streamers just literally do that. So basically a lot of things, like if you wreck a tank, you go under map. If you fall certain places, you're under map.
I've heard
if
a
you
couple.
if you like fall off a skyscraper and like land and die, you just like drag across the whole map. It's like fun to watch. Like it happened so many times while he played and shit. And there's just like a bunch of other things. Like there was like this blown up hole in this like doorway, and the door should be gone, but the door still stayed, and you had to go through the door still, even though it's like nothing around it. Shit like that.
Did he do Grand Theft Auto yet? Because
He did, but I didn't watch it.
There's
only 'cause
been
I
a
know he'll
couple
ruin it.
under map scenarios in that, like
I
Vice
low-key
City
miss it. I
and
low-key miss it.
3.
I literally remember like
But like
when
it's
your CD
some
scratched.
of the PlayStation 2 games. I shouldn't say some. San Andreas 3 and Vice City, the PlayStation 2 games, work better than what they put out.
I don't see how they're really much different.
I don't. Well, it's because of the apparently all the glitches that are happening in
There were glitches on the
GTA.
CD.
What?
Like there were always glitches,
I mean,
even when it was
I'm
PS2.
sure.
Like all, especially on Vice City.
I'm just saying
player like people
they're
would
saying
just
that
walk
they're
into walls.
worse.
Oh no, I don't think so. Actually,
Maybe
low-key,
you just haven't
yeah.
got that far.
No, I got pretty far in Vice City. Low key,
I gotta play
actually,
San Andreas again.
I will complain about it. Although it's not really a complaint because I played it for nostalgia. But like I don't know, like so on the map when you mark to go somewhere, or even in a fucking mission when you need to know where you're going fast, it wouldn't show the yellow line on the map until like.
Aw, that sucks.
Yeah, so that happened a few times, which kind of annoyed me.
That happened to me a few times in San Andreas,
Yeah,
too.
Damn.
and like something else, but that was like the main thing. I'm like, yo,
Have you
Can
got?
you fucking work?
They have there's a fucking whole set of missions that I can't do because the fucking, for whatever reason, the
Does it stop your progression? Is it not like one
it's
of
a
the main
side
missions?
mission. I
Okay.
can keep doing the story, but
If you,
it was a money making mission.
right.
You know,
right.
there's I don't know if you remember San Andreas, but eventually you buy like a fucking car workshop.
I have never got that far in San Andreas because San Andreas was one of the games where I literally got on. I did a couple missions and because it seemed like it was a lot bigger than like Liberty City
Did
and
you
Grand Theft
rage?
Auto 3 and stuff.
it is.
Not on
bigger.
San Andreas,
No.
no, because I just always
I heard that's
since
a
it was
rage game.
since it was always Chad and I, we always went to those spots on the map where there was co-op, like you could do co-op things, and we just run around and kill people, and blow shit
Yeah.
up.
No, it's like the import export missions where you steal cars and sell them, and that's like it's a big money maker in the game.
Yeah.
And I can't fucking play it because of the I mean, it's saying that the mission start point is like out in the fucking water.
Right,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
And I go out there and it's just not fucking there and there's nothing there and I just can't do the mission now.
But the
It's
cool
really
thing
upsetting.
is they can update them now.
I fucking hope so.
I
wanted to 100% the game.
Yeah.
But now I don't want to have to fucking go back because my
Yeah.
only save point, because I didn't realize that I saw it out in the water and I was like, oh, I just got to go out there. But I didn't do the mission for a while. And then I went out there and it's not there. And I don't have a save point that's not at the beginning of the fucking game to go back and try and fucking fix it. But it sucks. And it's really upsetting. It made me, like, when it first happened, I didn't play the game for a couple of days. I was like, what the fuck? Like, the game, as far as I'm concerned, it just broke the game for me.
Yeah.
You know?
They can update it though. Like there's people that definitely want 100 that shit. Like that's kind of the point of those.
I don't want to
they'll
always
update.
have to do updates to games. It's so many gigabytes.
They just need to come out with GTA 6.
The updates are why they release so many unfinished games.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they
Because they
know that
can.
they don't have to release a finished game. They can just let the fucking...
Put an update out like
yeah.
Cyberpunk was
after.
the biggest letdown.
I don't think they almost never use fucking game testers anymore. They just fucking release the game and let the audience figure it out.
Yeah.
And they do betas. They'll charge you for fucking betas so you can test their fucking game.
Yep.
Or do what Cyberpunk did, just made a really good 4-hour like trial for the testers, just so they can be like, yeah, it's great, honestly, but then really the game be like a piece of shit. Whatever. Video games.
I never made it very far into Cyberpunk, so I don't even know if it's a bad game or not.
I'm unfortunately really addicted to Modern Warfare.
I
Like,
mean,
I will never hate that game.
yeah.
I love it.
I mean, it's always my go-to. I fucking hate it.
You
but
hate
I
it.
like
You
it
legit
too.
get mad. I never get mad. On multiplayer, I'm like, fucking.
I kind of want to start streaming, dude, and like become one of those crazy
I'm going to
wagers
start streaming.
and get a lot of like clout
I'm
because
getting a
people
desk.
think I'm ridiculous.
I have 2 monitors. I have a mic. I have a PC.
Hurry up and do it.
I'm going to do it. I just needed the desk to have 2 monitors.
The fuck was that?
I just needed
the.
I just needed I need
You drunk
desk.
already, dude?
no. I need a desk for the 2 monitors.
I need the desk.
Fuck off.
I'm feeling pretty good, dude.
I feel pretty good, but I don't think I'm drunk
I'm
yet.
gonna take this.
When are you doing that?
Are we allowed to show product placement?
No.
Yeah, you can.
We can do whatever the fuck we want. Only 2 people listen to this
You
show.
definitely can have alcohol on YouTube.
I was just joking.
We smoke weed. Why would they allow us to smoke weed but not have alcohol?
Well,
like,
I mean,
this is America.
maybe there's something weird with like with weed. You don't have like a logo product. You know what I mean?
Just say not a sponsor.
And then like I know there's videos where people have to like blur it out and shit.
only faces.
But like Cody
like people
said,
that don't
Movies
consent.
and shit.
And only in places like faces that don't give consent to be shown on things is what.
Don't sign their release.
Yeah.
I think I was on TV once.
When?
So
You looked at me
you
like
remember
you were
Jessica
cool.
Zephyrs?
Yeah, I already know what you're gonna say.
I've probably told you this story.
Yeah.
I've never heard this
So
story.
her mom's pretty hot. So like
Oh, cool.
she ended up getting involved in, it was like, you know how like American Idol got popular and there started popping out a bunch of shows kind of with the same structure to American Idol.
Like The Voice.
Like The Voice.
The
America's
X
Got
Factor.
Talent. X
I'm
Factor.
not talking about just singing
Masked Singer.
though. Like they have judges and they have
Chopped.
someone come in and audition, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. So she got involved in this modeling
Who
thing
got
for
involved?
Jessica's my ex.
Oh.
She
the
was
hot
girlfriend
mom.
at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The hot mom, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She got involved in a modeling thing that was for women 35 or older.
Okay.
And we
Was
went
she
to
hot enough to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Go
I
on.
mean,
she fucking did it.
yeah.
Okay,
I
go
mean,
on.
they didn't accept her. She didn't make it anywhere.
So she was just hot for like
I
Troy.
mean,
Go on.
I would have had sex with her probably.
That's not. Just go on.
So
Okay.
we went to New York City so she could go to the audition, and the line was fucking massive.
Wait, you went?
Yeah,
A word. Okay.
I went. She took.
Homeboy went to New York City and stood in line.
Yeah,
Didn't even like go to Times Square or
You could do
anything like
so
that.
much
He
Dude,
just
I
went
was
to New York
things.
City and stood in a line.
Have you ever been
Yeah.
to New York City any other time?
no.
That really
It
sucks
sketched
for
me
you.
out. I fucking
Yeah.
hated it. I felt very like. I don't know. I felt claustrophobic. And there were so many people.
Because
so
you were
many
standing in a
buildings.
fucking line
I
for
mean,
probably hours.
couple hours, yeah.
That's disgusting.
But like they had the camera guys coming down the entire line and they were making everybody sign release forms. And then like they kept pulling people from the line and like having them strut, the women strut, and then like they kept
you watched
like-
your mom strut.
no, she didn't do it.
Oh.
When they got to us, the guy came up to us before the camera got to us. A guy came up and said, "Can you guys act really excited and blah 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 and like cheer and stuff?" And then he had to sign a release for him, and then the
Oh, you
camera
never
got to.
watched to see?
No, I was standing in fucking line.
But it didn't air that day, so you never watched it?
No, I don't give a shit.
Oh, wait, my bad. My
I'm just
fucking
saying
bad,
I was
bro.
probably once on TV.
Wow,
I don't
my
care
bad.
about it.
Sorry, my bad.
But
Anyways.
yeah,
Wow.
and the
That's
camera
so
got
cool.
the camera got up there, and I was just I got in it. I was like, woo! I was like the only guy in line.
You're like, my girlfriend's mom's really hot.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, bro. That's a great story.
Yeah.
It's a horrible
dude,
story.
I know, that fucking
He went to
dumb
fucking
story.
New York City and stood in a line.
Dude,
what an awful story.
Trying to find parking was fucking.
You experienced
Fuck,
all the
bro.
worst parts of New York City is what you did.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I'm gonna go to New York
Yeah,
City
dude.
and do all the things that
For
everybody
sure.
hates
You did
about
not.
New York City.
The part of town we were in was fucking garbage.
You did not understand the assignment.
If my fucking girlfriend's mom was like, "You want to come to me to New York City? Come with me to New York City so I can do this modeling thing." I'd be like, "Sure." And then once we got to New York City, I'd be like, "Later."
See, I'm not
Thanks
that.
for the ride.
See, like I said though, I
Meet
hate
back here at
I hate
9.
crowds and stuff. So I'd hate to just wander off into New York City.
I think you're just thinking of New York City as like a movie where it's like fucking.
Full, yeah. Or like on New Year's Eve or some shit
Yeah,
that we know.
it's still just a regular city. It's not like you can't walk down the fucking city, like walk down the streets without being shoulder to shoulder with people.
No. There's just a lot of people there.
You're just
I mean,
from
yeah, there's definitely a lot of people,
Dude,
but
I
it's not
walked-
like a crowd.
When we were down in Chop, I walked out in Philly. I walked down there, and I was like, I hate this.
Well, you're from like
And there's
Smithfield,
there's
dude.
not as many people. Yeah.
I mean, I'm from here, and I went to fucking Denver and just wandered
Yeah.
around
Some
the
people
city
are
for
outgoing.
2 weeks.
Your personality's a lot different than mine. I'm definitely like what do they call it? An introvert.
a pussy.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I guess you could say that too. I don't like talking to people. I don't like dealing with people.
You
I don't
never
like
worked
any of that.
retail, thank God.
And that's
I'm
the reason
so
I don't.
Good at it. Like I am weirdly so good at customer service.
You're a chick. Chicks are like naturally good at that shit.
No.
There's a lot of guys that are
There's
good at
some
customer
retards that
service
work
too.
there. There's some retards that work there that are not good at it. But like,
do you work
I'm-
with all like 18, 19-year-old kids?
Yeah, 18 up. I'm probably one of the oldest ones there. Isn't that weird? That's so weird.
And you're only fucking 26?
Yeah, dude, it's so weird to me. I'm like, God. But anyways, I'm fucking so good at it. I hate it. I hate humans.
So, like,
I dread it every day.
What's your professional voice?
Fuck, I don't know. if
Say I
can-
walk into the store, what do you say?
Dude, that's weird. I can't
Just
just,
do
do
it.
that. I
Just do
can't
it.
just do that for you.
Just do it. Get into character. Do you have to like before you
can't.
walk out in the main store, you go like you're right up to the door
Honestly-
and you're just like
End scene. No, I feel like no,
Line
I
face,
feel,
lemon face.
no, I feel like I'm pretty normal to be honest. I'll be like, "Thank you, have a good day," like every day, or I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, are you here for anything specific?" Yeah, that's kind of
Nice.
it. And then
That's
I'm
probably what I do.
pretty normal, cause then they'll be like, "Yeah, I have this coupon for blue," and I'll be
Okay,
like, "Oh, that's right
cool.
over there at that wall." That's kind of like I'm pretty normal though.
have you dealt with like a
Karen.
Karen?
Yeah. I think I talked about this last time. She told me that it was too cold in the store, and I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
And
I
she asked for
remember
my
this.
manager, and I laughed at her because that's so cliche. Like in my mind, I'm like, what a
It
fucking
is so
Karen.
cold. Leave the fucking store.
Yeah. She's like,
The store is like two of these
I
rooms.
think she wanted me to be like sympathetic, but I was just like, okay.
I don't care.
Like I don't
I
give
hate
a
it.
fuck.
Like, well, you know what I hate is when people tell me that they're gonna go to like a competitive store.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
I'm just, I don't
Okay.
even, can't even say that I hate it. It's just every time I hear it, I'm just like, all right.
wow, your $20 is gonna make a
Yeah,
huge difference.
I don't get paid commission, so you can buy your shit wherever the fuck you want.
I fucking hate that shit.
I had somebody trying to get me to fucking sell them a display item, and I was like, it's not a non-stock item. We don't sell non-stock displays. And they were just like, okay, well, we're going to have to go over to the other store and get it. Okay, if you don't sell it to us, we're just going to have to go somewhere else. So I'm just
Bye.
like, okay.
Peace out, Girl
Like,
Scout.
that's
Fuck
okay.
off.
I hope that they fucking, I hope they have what
it.
you need.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I send
Dude,
people to other
legit.
stores sometimes. If we don't have something, I looked it up. I'll look it up on my phone, and if it says somewhere else has it, I was like, says they got it right over there.
Honestly,
What a
dude,
great
if
guy.
a big
You're nice.
a big corporation, it's just like kind of like whatever.
They pay me by the hour. It does not
who
matter to
gives a
me
fuck?
who's there. Like
No.
nobody could show up at the store for days.
Like-
and they like to do meetings where they tell us about all the fucking how much money we made and stuff. And I'm just
Right.
like, I don't care. They like the one day the fucking manager like just pointed at me when talking about how we were like $20,000 down in our department for the day.
Your fault.
And she was like,
bitch.
she like pointed at me like, you need to make sure that everything's in stock and just make sure you down stock everything that we have because we lost money compared to last year. And I was just like, okay, but in my head I'm thinking it's because it fucking rained all day yesterday. Nobody
Yeah.
wanted
Right.
it's a fucking
Nobody's working.
We
on it
have,
all
like-
day.
it's a hardware store, man. I sell fucking lumber
Wood,
and
yeah.
concrete. If it's raining, people don't buy that
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
So where I work, they count like how many people come in. Like there's a thing at the door that counts how many people come in. I forget the C word that means that.
Count.
No. Yeah, no, that's funny. If I could remember, fuck off. No, it's like a whole. Fuck, I had it. It's gone. Okay, so it's like a whole big C word. If anybody knows, comment that.
Cunt.
But so
I don't even know what you're talking about. I kind of spaced out for a second there.
Oh, so like how many people come into a store?
Customers?
Count-
no,
count.
no, it's like
Counting how many
but
people come in.
compared to last year. So anyways, we compared that.
Census.
Oh, you
No.
do that instead of how much you sell?
No, and then we do both.
Okay.
So we have these little cards that get like hole punched up to 10 and we get a free item if we're working during that time. They'll be like, we're expected to make this and this hour, make it happen more and you'll get a thing. And I've gotten like 3 $5 gift cards to Dunkin' and then one to Rico's. And then I got a $50 one the other day
Oh,
for
shit.
because they give us demos, which is just like
Rico's
a product.
Pizza?
Yeah.
That pizza fucking rules.
Yeah,
I've
and
never
it's
had
in
it.
the
I
mall.
I want it really bad.
They have a
Is it-
Rico's in the mall?
Yeah, they
Really?
They replaced that V's place. It's in the mall now.
V's? You're not. They
That
still
one-
have the picnic pizza,
No,
though, right?
that's gone. Oh, it's not V's. Picnic Pizza's gone, and Rico's is in replace of that.
Rico's is better than Picnic
No.
Pizza.
Yeah, that's gone. Cause
Really?
Rico's is
Are
better
you
than
sure?
Picnic Pizza,
I'll need
dude.
to get Rico's then.
But
because
anyways,
picnic pizza was
so next
fucking
time
bomb.
next time I have lunch, I'm gonna go to Rico's because I have. Anyways, I got a $50.
Do they
gift
still
card.
have their store over in Horseheads by the McDonald's and Express Mart?
What, Picnic Pizza?
Rico's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Okay.
on that corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there the other day because it's really not that far from where I work. I was literally trying. I was like, man, I'm hungry. Where do I want to eat? And it just dawned on me. I was like, dude, I could go to fucking Rico's.
How late do they
Because
open?
it's so far up there, I never get a chance to go
Oh,
up
so
there.
gross.
How late
That's
do they
so
open?
gross. Probably till the mall closes. So like 8, 7 probably. Honestly, most places close at 7.
That fucking the place up in
Depending on how
Horseheads is
drunk I
probably
am,
going to
dude.
close later than that.
Depending on how drunk I am, I might drive up there after this.
I want to get McDigs probably on my way home. Anyways, it's the only thing I have in Troy.
I know, dude. It
Although I
sucks.
could get Dunkin' at 15. Anyways,
Vinny's, just get
let
fucking
me
Vinny's
express-
pizza. 'cause that
I
shit
want-
Vinny's
fucking
is
rules.
bomb. Bread and mayo,
I hate
dude.
going in there.
Come on.
Or
So
their
let,
ham and cheese with fucking
Yeah.
banana peppers on it.
Bro.
It's
can you guys let me
bomb.
flex? Can you guys let me
Bro.
flex? Let me flex. So I had this demo, which is basically like they give you a product to sell that we're like almost out of, and you have to like have customers try it. So demo it, whatever. So I had this like fizzy vanilla bean Noel, it's called. Like it fizzes in your hand. It's like pop rock feeling, and it shimmers, and it's lotion. It's moisturizing. And my
What do you
thing,
mean by shimmer? Like, is there like glitter in it?
there's glitter in it.
Okay.
Not a lot though, but it's like it shimmers your
Right,
hands.
right.
It's nice and it smells really fucking good. And we had winter candy apple too, but that's gone. So anyways, my thing was to get rid of the vanilla bean Noel or just sell some. I sold out of it and people were asking for it.
Nice.
So my manager was like,
Here's a
wow.
$50
Yeah, she
gift
gave me a
card.
$50 gift card to Bath and Body Works, but still, like that's still like sick. Like I don't try to do this.
Do you
good.
guys have? I'm going back to candles.
Go for it,
Do you guys have the anything candied apple scent?
bro. I have one for you at my house.
Because so there's this.
Wait, is that the one you were just going to give me?
No, I have one that you'll like, and then I have one that's like candy.
There's somebody I'm Christmas shopping for, and they want a candied apple scent, and I'm like,
Dude, I got you.
Amazon doesn't have fucking shit.
Do you want a 3-wick or a 1-wick? Like a big candle or small
Probably big.
one? Okay.
Do you
How
have
expensive are the candles there?
You have woodwick candles, right?
No. Everything's really
What the
expensive.
fuck?
So like a 3-wick is $25 $95.
Woodwicks are more expensive than that, though.
Yeah, like those ones
I
from
want one though.
the one you have that has the woodwick. Those were from
Well, yeah,
at
and it's
Peebles,
gone now,
and
but-
they were fucking expensive. They were
Yeah, they're like $35.
yeah, they're
for one of
30 some
those.
bucks. Yeah, but no, they're $25.95. But like I said, the week is buy 3 get 3, so I can buy 3 candles and get 3 things for free. They're just cheaper than that, which that's the most expensive thing in our store. So
I'll just buy 3 candles and get 3 candles.
yeah, honestly,
That's how much would the 3 candles be?
$75 plus tax.
Did they get?
So
that's
like
pretty.
80 some
That's
bucks.
pretty.
Not that
That's
bad.
pretty good if you're. I mean,
Getting
if you're
6
paying.
candles.
If you're paying 70, yeah, if you're paying 75 for the 3 and then you get 3 more free,
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
no, but
It's
there's
weird
a,
that candles cost that much. I didn't
They're-
know making
if you go down to
scented
fucking
wax.
Dollar General, they're only they're only $5.
Yeah.
so this is the thing.
you
There's
could find
special.
the same scent.
So everything at where I work gives you the ingredients and how they're made, and our candles are special in a way because
So it's not just like
they burn
some
evenly,
weird
and they
shit.
really do because I have a bunch of candles and they burn evenly, and there's a specific oil in it because they burn.
Like an essential oil.
Yeah, that makes it so it's like that. So they
Okay.
don't just burn
You know, I don't
and they last a
believe
long time.
essential oils heal a bunch as much as they talk about, but they do smell good.
Apparently, they're not good for animals.
Really?
Yeah,
What
I
do
think
you
there's
mean?
certain ones that are really that dogs are allergic to and cats are allergic to.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
sure which ones.
so
I think
bad.
lavender or jasmine or what. Some
Jasmine, I
of
heard
them
is
I
bad.
think are really bad for animals.
Lavender, I think, is good for that's for sleep.
I like the peppermint. The peppermint's great, and I like the.
Okay.
It's called Breathe.
Listen to this.
It's
So
really great.
for you, I would suggest winter candy apple.
I need to smell it, dude.
I have it at my house. Anyways,
I don't need to smell it. I can tell you right now, winter candy apple smells great.
There's
I
one.
mean, it
That
probably
sounds
does
like a pretty
smell.
great-
It probably
that
does
sounds like a
smell
pretty great
great.
scent.
But there's my nose remembers the scent that Missy's talking about, so I need to smell it.
Okay, well, I have it at my house, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what I got. I
The
got
winter
Tis this
candy
season,
apple.
which is what I will give you. Tis this season has an apple smell to it, and it's like cinnamony, and it actually smells like the candy canes that aren't peppermint. Like those rainbow ones, it smells like a lollipop with cinnamon. It's so good. But it's appley, too.
It just smells like candy.
But with more apple. It's weird. I'll have you smell it first. But anyways,
I'll fuck with it.
yeah, it's my favorite one. My
How
house.
big are you talking about? Are they 3-wick candles?
No, the one's 1 wick. But if I go shopping because I'm going to, I'll get everybody a candle. But for Missy, I would
You got
suggest
that
one.
$50 gift card, dude.
Yeah, I already spent most of it the other day. I got for your mom. But there's cookies with Santa, which smells like.
That's probably amazing.
Yeah.
It smells like easy bake oven shit.
I've never.
As soon as I
Yeah,
smelled that, I was like, "Holy fuck!"
I mean,
nostalgia.
if you cook brownies in an easy bake oven, it's the same as a
No,
regular
there's-
oven, isn't it?
No, there's this specific smell. Everything
Yeah,
smells like
it's
in it.
probably the fucking
Like
plastic
chemicals?
in
Yeah.
the thing
But
that
that's what
melted.
this candle. There's peppermint sugar cookie, which is the best.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
I'll
That
get
sounds
you- Yeah, it
fucking
does.
dope.
I'll get you one of those, and you, because they're fucking. That's probably my second favorite.
It's great,
Tis the
dude,
season.
because my basement's kind of. It's not small, but
Dude,
it's
it will
small.
smell it, yeah.
And burning a candle really makes it smell
Also,
awesome
though,
in there.
I got your mom frosted cranberry.
That sounds terrible.
But no, it's not. It's so
No.
good.
I hate cranberries.
It doesn't smell. It's weird, but it's really good. Cause I don't like the other cranberry.
Is it sweet smelling?
Kinda, but it's also bakey.
Okay.
It's good.
I like sweet smells.
Because I don't I hate we have 2 other cranberry ones and I hate them, but the frosted cranberry Christmas one is so good. But I also have spiced apple toddy, which I already burnt in my
honestly, dude, anything that reminds me of Christmas, I like.
house. Frosted cranberry, well, and 'tis the season. But I also have a eucalyptus one that I bought.
How come people associate apple with Christmas?
I didn't know that they did.
It's
Okay,
weird though,
maybe
'cause
they don't.
it's more of a
Yeah,
fall
I
thing.
think- don't-
I just feel like when Christmas comes around, there's more apple.
I would say that
stuff
comes
around.
with fall because
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah,
That's
but
when
everyone's
apples are
like
happening.
pumpkins.
That's when you go apple picking. That's when you go. No,
Yeah, but
apples
it's
are.
Still, everyone's
when they're in
still
season.
about
This when
pumpkin
they're in
spice and shit like
yeah,
that.
but also apple. If you don't, because I
Apple
hate
ci-
pumpkin
I love
spice.
apple cider,
Fuck yeah.
and that usually comes
And you
out
go apple
hardcore
picking
around
at
fucking
fall time.
fall.
Yeah. So that's more like, and then it just goes into probably Christmas because there are a few Christmas songs.
You kind of mix Thanksgiving and Christmas together and call it the holidays.
As soon as Halloween happened, that night reset was to Christmas.
Everyone just forgets about Thanksgiving
right
dude.
now.
It's because it's the holidays.
What's this I'd never listen to Christmas music.
Oh yeah, I don't listen to Christmas music either.
No,
it's in all the stores I go to.
I meant like my store and us. We listen to like my store.
The same thing every day.
Although like.
So do we, dude. At
my
fucking
store.
That warehouse.
Every
fucking day.
But
I hear Strutter by Kiss and I want to shoot myself.
But you guys go through cycles, right? Like in the morning's country, then classic rock,
then
90s.
No, when I walk in the morning, it is classic rock. Fucking Kiss, fucking Creedence Clearwater. I don't mind when they play CCR. But when it's
that's so bad every time.
When they play like Kiss and fucking like George Thorogood, like whenever like Bad to the Bone comes on, I just like I have my mask on. I'm just like
an annoying song to have to hear every day.
I'm laughing, dude. And like you have like in the afternoon they play shit like
intoxicated now.
What would you call it? Like pop from the 80s, like you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends.
Does that song really play while you're at work?
I love that music.
Yes, every time I work, that song plays
happy.
at least once.
Does ABBA play?
The songs I remember that play all the time is Strutter by Kiss, Bad to the Bone. I always hear that song. What's that song even called?
What?
Dance if you want to.
I think it's the safety dance, right?
Safety dance. That song always plays.
I love that song.
Fucking. Have you ever seen the rain?
Yeah, CCR. It's just called The Rain, I think.
I always hear that one, and I can't remember the other one. But I remember, like, in the line the other day, I was laughing. But there's been a couple times where, you remember the movie Biodome?
Yeah.
I fucking hate Pauly Shore, dude.
Dude, I love him. He has a TikTok and he's hilarious.
I hate Pauly Shore too, but I like Biodome.
I love him.
It's like so fucking stupid that it kind of tickles my funny bone. I think Son-in-Law is by far his best movie. I think.
I don't watch his movies.
Dude,
I just don't think he's funny.
Son-in-Law.
Watch Encino Man.
Encino Man's not
watch
too bad.
Son-in-Law.
Encino Man's a little more. Encino Man, man. If I had to rank them, Son-in-Law would be the best.
Yes.
And after Son-in-Law, it'd probably be Biodome in number 2. Encino Man would be number 3. In the Army Now would be number 4.
I haven't seen any of these movies.
Okay, so listen.
That's like the only movie. That's the only movies he's put out. And there's a movie out there like
Pauly Shore is Dead. I watched that.
Yes,
that wasn't that bad.
No?
That was funny because it was a little self-deprecating.
It was
how he had like that redneck that wanted
like
to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Like
it was just him talking to people about
because he retired, right? He retired. He was supposed to retire from fucking acting, and then his biggest fan was just this white trash redneck dude who was like got pissed that he was retiring and wanted to hunt him down and kill him.
Oh my god,
something like that.
I remember seeing there was like an interview he did with Charlie Sheen on like a tour bus or something. Was that in the movie? It was.
I've seen the clips of that on YouTube.
It was there was a scene where they were like on a tour bus. Yeah, dude, I'm going hard. There was a scene where they were on like a tour bus or something. And it was just Pauly Shore asking Charlie Sheen about like his career and what he could do different. And Charlie Sheen was just sitting there like, nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah, I think that's probably from Pauly Shore is Dead. Yeah, that's what a lot of the movie was him like interviewing people.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I'm like, I need to see that, but I've never.
You know what? I watched that movie just because the cover of it just caught my eye. At Video King, and I was just like, I had no idea. I had no idea who Pauly Shore was. So I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, that seems interesting. So I just rented it.
I think we should add Son-in-Law to the.
So this is what Son-in-Law is about.
Night.
I will describe it. So basically, this girl from like a Christian home on a farm.
I mean, I know what Son-in-Law is about. I know who Pauly Shore is.
He's awesome, and he's like this crazy dude from college that goes to the fucking farm and just.
It's like
that part when he goes
an
to
LA
the tractor,
guy goes to the fucking country, like.
And he like what's the song that plays when he puts the tape in the tractor?
That fucking Green Acres
is the place.
Or no, the tractor. When he's driving
it's
around
Green
the field?
Acres because he sings it out loud. Like he sings it loudly. It's
No,
definitely Green Acres.
That's when he was in the back of the truck on the way to the
Oh,
farm.
okay. So when he's in the tractor, he puts a tape in.
Yeah.
And he like drives around and like gets all the hay.
Aw, dude, come on. I know it.
Dude,
I can't.
I love that
Son-in-Law
movie.
was another one of those movies when I was a teenager
VHS.
that we watched. Oh, yep.
Blue
that we
with
watched
orange
over
lettering.
and over and over.
I loved it because it was my favorite color with orange
man.
lettering. It was so good. I think it was Green Acres. No, because he's in the back of the truck singing it. You're right. So, fuck.
Like
I want to look it up.
maybe like John Denver or something like
I'm
that.
going to look it up.
Country road,
No.
take me home.
Oh man,
To the place.
I want to figure it out before you
Tape.
find
I
it.
belong.
Okay, I'll give you a clue when I figure it
Cody's
out.
not
West
helping.
Virginia,
Mountain Mama.
Shut up.
take me home. Country road. It's a good song, man.
I don't like country.
There's a fucking a reggae version of it that's actually really good.
Stop.
Really?
Yeah.
Send
You
me
and
that
your
link.
covers, dude.
Send me that link. I'd listen to it.
Yeah, I actually heard it on an episode of My Name is Earl.
No shit.
Yeah.
Man. What's the song?
Watch it just be Country Road.
Nah,
It's
dude.
It's not
that's
that.
what
That
it is.
song. When did that song come out?
Probably in the 80s.
All right. So
I don't know. I don't know anything about John Denver.
The only thing I know about John Denver is in Dumb and Dumber. He's like, man, those Rocky Mountains are full of shit. Those Rocky Mountains aren't as rocky as they seem. And he's like, yeah, that John Denver's full of shit, man. And then in Super Troopers, when Farva came out to the rookie and was talking about John Denver, and then he burnt the cassette tape there.
Yeah, he was talking about somebody else.
It wasn't John Denver.
It was
Are
about,
you sure? Because
it
Farva was like
um,
John fucking Denver.
Yeah, because he was talking about God, who was it? Because he was talking about when John Denver, he's like, sunshine on my shoulder, John Denver.
Right, yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, blah, 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 came right up on the stage and lit John Denver's award on fire.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
can't remember who
That's
the other
right.
musician he was talking about. It
Ah,
was like George Jones, maybe, or it wasn't Hank Williams. Who's the other big country musician from back then? The big outlaw country guy.
I don't fucking know,
It's
dude.
George Jones and
G.G. Allen.
no.
He wasn't really country, was
He
he?
did some country songs. He did a version of David Allan Coe's song. That's what was it? Outlaw Scumfuck is just David Allan Coe's long-haired redneck. I think
I'm trying.
It wants me to watch the
I'm
video.
trying to picture the scene in my head and like hear what he's saying.
I might have to play this video. Hold
Just
on.
like 2 seconds of it. Oh, I'm trying to like picture when he like takes the tape out and
yeah,
he's
it's
like,
like up.
"What's
yeah.
this?" And he like sticks it in the cassette player.
And he like screams loud. He's like, "Woo!"
yeah.
Hold on. Anyways, great movie. You should fuck. It's
Oh
one of
my
his
God.
best.
I can't believe I can't think of it because it's played a couple times in the movie.
Yeah, and also
You telling me it's one of his best isn't going to work because I hate all of his work.
dude.
In general-
Son-in-Law is a pretty cool movie.
in
dude.
general, he's annoying. He has TikTok, and he's always with that.
I
90
actually
Days
just
Fiancé.
unfollowed him because his TikTok is just kind of annoying.
His 90 Day
Like,
Fiance guy.
I don't really like Pauly Shore, but I like.
He's kind of cute in this movie, dude.
I
I'm not gonna
like-
lie.
I mean, he was like the MTV star at that time. He had a show and shit. He was like the cute
I
MTV
need to
kid
pee
that
so
everybody.
bad.
The weasel.
Who's
Man.
the guy that's on that
What's the scene- what was
Night
the
at
song?
Roxbury? That's with Will Ferrell. Who's that guy? Too?
Chris Kattan.
Dude, he's funny too. Pauly
He
Shore
was-
and him are
that
kind of
was
the same to
That
me.
was an SNL thing, man.
Dude,
All those dudes were on SNL. Chris Kattan, Will
Oh
Ferrell.
shit! Listen, I can't hear. Oh my god, this is gonna be nostalgic as
Like
fuck.
skip ahead. Like a little bit.
Okay.
Cuz he like puts it in when he starts
Yeah,
when
he like puts it up.
yeah. And the sheet or the tarp starts coming off. Yeah, right here.
Right here. I'll let y'all
What
hear
are
it.
we doing?
Oh my god, I'm gonna go watch this shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I miss this movie.
I believe it's on one of the streaming. That's not it. Wait,
Yes,
yeah,
it is. Now I'm a country boy.
Oh, okay. Ah, that's stupid. They played that in the fucking... What other part of the movie did they play that in?
Was it a dance part?
Maybe.
Because there's like, they have like a barn dance.
Got me up there, got me up in
Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah.
Life ain't
Thank
nothing
God
but a
I'm a
funny,
country
funny
boy.
riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
the one. That's the song.
That's
playing.
what he plays, and he like goes around.
That's
the
John
field.
Denver, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Because he pulls out the tape, and he's like, John Denver. I
Yeah.
don't know what this is. And he shoves it
It's
in.
like, thank God I'm and he like mows the like he does the field with hay like to that
yeah,
song.
he plows it
Yeah,
and
that's
like
the
cutting the
word.
corn
Ha
and
ha ha
shit.
ha! It sounds so funny. So hilarious. He plowed. He did whatever plowed hay or whatever the fuck they do while listening to "Thank God I'm a Country Boy."
It's mainly about this
That's
girl
not
who's
the funny
prude.
part, dude.
It's mainly about the girl that's prude that gets with this crazy fucking guy in the family.
And
Like,
she
who the
turns-
fuck is he?
Like
She
they,
gets
they
piercings.
freak out when they hear she got a tattoo and they're like, what?
And she gets piercings and shit.
You're
and they're
not
like,
making-
what?
you're not helping.
Dude, it's a great movie.
He's
Stop
funny in
it.
Oh
And
my
he's-
God, you got a tattoo?
Okay, listen. And Pauly Shore's kind of hot in the movie.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah, that's really gonna help. Now I really got to get out there and see how hot
Like,
Pauly Shore is in
if
Son-in-Law.
like he wanted to fuck me at that time, be like, now he kind of is like
Now
really.
I mean, I don't want to be a dick. Now he's like Britney Spears. He's just tired.
He's just
Dude,
like,
that video I sent
He's
you
always-
today.
I watched that on
Like,
fucking
what the
Instagram.
fuck,
I was
dude?
just and like we had just talked about it, and I was like,
is it the one with
man,
her Christmas tree?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I was like, she looks like she just got
Literally,
on a
It's
fucking
funny
bed.
because the whole thing was about her Christmas tree, but she was dancing in front of the tree.
And she's
you couldn't
like-
even see the tree.
She's like, the past 4 years it was pink and now it's red, and she just keeps twirling into
Like-
a
But
black
you
and a
can't
red
even
dress.
see the tree.
You know what's her videos that I find the funniest is, you know how
She's
she
so
has
stupid,
videos where she
dude.
walks in front of the camera, does a few poses, then she walks out of the camera.
The yellow
Yeah.
shirt one.
You can see her shadow in the
Yeah.
background turn around and walk
Stop,
back
I
in the
need to
frame
pee.
and pose again
What
and
the
then
fuck?
walk out. It's funny, but
She's dead inside.
dude, she looks exhausted. Like I said, her makeup looks like she went out the
Take-
night before. She does nothing with her hair. And people might come at me for this because she's free now and people are like on her side, but she looks like garbage.
Well, she got a Jeffree Star palette, right? So Jeffree Star got canceled for like rape or some fucking dumb shit. I don't know.
Which turned out to not be true.
Right, but anyways.
For like rape or some dumb shit.
Yeah, some dumb shit. I don't know, because it wasn't true. It was just dumb. Anyways, and then Jeffree Star, but Jeffree Star still canceled. Like, not everyone believes that it's
he's
not
still,
true.
He
So
is still a millionaire.
So-
What is it? Is
he
still
that dressed up like a girl.
So it's a
He doesn't have a
he?
sex change though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't
it's like,
care.
it's like how
It's
everybody
they.
canceled Dave Chappelle, even though he has like $100 million.
Facts.
Nobody took his fucking specials
Facts.
I
down
don't
or anything.
I
fucking
love
care.
Jeffree Star in general. Like, I think he's great at makeup and he's good at what he fucking does. Like, whatever. Anyways, James Charles not
But
so
like,
much.
is he good
Sorry,
at
bruh.
makeup or are the scientists he hires?
No, he's good at
Good at
makeup. He
makeup.
went to Dollar General, got their new, because Dollar General has like a makeup
He
line
went
now.
to the University of Dollar General.
No, he went to a
Let
Dollar
me
General
tell
store.
you.
Dollar General has its own fucking line of makeup.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
yeah.
how trashy is
And
Is
he
that?
that
went-
where he started?
I
Dollar
don't know,
General and he worked
but
his
he
way
got
up.
he got Dollar General's makeup and he made it look really good. And I got some of the stuff actually, and it does.
So
it
he
is very
actually
good.
has his brand in the Dollar General.
No, he went and got Dollar General's brand makeup to see if he can like make a
Oh.
good like makeup look out of it, and he did. And I got some
So
of the
he
stuff
just
because that
stole
video.
what they had and put his name on it.
Okay, anyways, so Jeffree Star,
Yeah, he's not gonna get it.
Britney Spears had one like Jeffree Star sent her like a bunch of stuff. And then she posted about it like, I love it, because she's not aware of what has happened in the world.
She doesn't wear makeup. She wears eyeliner and eyeshadow that looks like shit.
Yeah,
and that's it.
That's it. She doesn't wear foundation or anything. Her face is so puffy and shit. Anyways,
She's tired, man.
she is, but foundation can cover that.
She
Believe
is
me.
so tired.
Foundation can cover that though, so she definitely does do that. Anyways,
Do you believe it? Like, she went through a lot.
dude, I know. I am aware of the situation. But what I'm saying is,
She's
she could
finally
wear
free.
she could wear foundation and cover up the bags on her eyes. Anyways,
But she doesn't.
Jeffree Star sent her like a bunch of stuff, and she like
She
posted
doesn't
it.
use any of it.
She posted on Instagram saying she loved it, and then deleted it because someone's like, "Hey, like Jeffree Star's canceled. This is fucked up that you posted this and stuff." So she deleted it, but it's like, guys, she doesn't know what's happened.
It's great because there's people out there that screen record a bunch of stuff like this in case it's deleted. Like when Connor posted that thing about Khabib's dad, he's like, "So COVID's the good guy and your father's," or some weird shit.
Yeah.
He deleted it right away, but millions of people screenshotted that tweet and posted.
If you do a
Shared it and
live,
shit.
Yeah.
people that do a live that are famous, people will screen
There's
record
a-
that shit.
Yeah, there's a streamer I watch that there's a lot. He does like TikTok drama stuff
Yeah. The tea.
or YouTuber drama.
Yeah.
So any live that happens, he records it and makes sure he has it on
That's
file.
annoying.
And like he doesn't necessarily watch it. He just like presses record and records it live, and then it goes through. I mean, he does watch it because he goes through.
Cody's like, I just
And if-
watch podcasts about conspiracy theories. Like,
If
I don't
there's
know what
any
you're talking
if there's any like extremely hot takes or like shit, like just wrong things in there, he picks it out. And
It's
is like,
annoying.
Hey,
I was actually just thinking about how it's kind of like how stand-up comedians, when they're like working out jokes in the clubs and shit, they don't fucking let people come in and
right.
like film with their fucking phones.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
really, really strict about that
Oh, yeah.
because they might go for something that's kind of offensive and have it bomb, and then they're like, well, that didn't work. I probably shouldn't use that anymore.
Dude,
And
Yeah.
then-
oh my God.
But they don't want to be judged for the rest of their life on that
Yeah.
because they're just trying to be
Speaking
funny.
of fucking bombing, I watched that TikTok video again of I sent it to you. It was the 2 bears in 1 cave where Bert was talking about how he had this it was like a cancer patient in his audience or something.
Oh my god!
And he's like, he like
dude.
collapsed, and like the next day he died, and Tom Segura was just
Dude.
busting up
Laughing,
laughing.
yeah.
Oh my god! It was
Dude,
cringy but
po-
funny.
That podcast is fucking hilarious.
Dude, it was
I
cringy but
love-
funny though because
love
the other
them,
guy,
too.
I don't know his name, was like he was trying not to laugh. He was
the
like,
co-
guys, he's like, stop, and he
The-
just kept going.
The fucking Kool-Aid thing. That shit was fucking hilarious. Where he has like 62-ounce cup of Kool-Aid or
Yeah.
whatever. Tom Segura's
Yeah.
just like, you really are drinking
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. He just fucking busts out laughing
But
about
the
it.
video you're talking about, what's the names?
Bert
Kreischer.
Kreischer.
Okay,
And Tom.
so Bert was like trying not to laugh, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Dude, stop!" And then the other dude, he just kept fucking
He's
going.
red in the face.
He went to the end of the joke when
Well,
it
if
was.
you've ever seen his like podcast with his wife, a lot of it is him
I actually
watching
started watching
people
that.
getting hurt
Fucking
and
hilarious.
laughing.
I keep.
Like the one video that he was
Dude.
always bringing up was this fucking
Is it your mom's
Asian kid.
house?
Yeah, your mom's house. There's like this video of an Asian guy that working in a garage who gets hit by a car by another Asian guy who's trying to drive it in. And that he like when I was watching, I haven't watched it in a while, but when I was watching it, he was showing that video to every guest and just laughing hysterically while they were watching it.
I started.
And it's just this dude screaming in pain, and like another guy like walks up to him and just
Jesus.
stands over him, staring at him
While
It was
he's
really
screaming.
fucking funny.
I just started watching his Tim McGraw series about a bunch of clips
He's
about
he's dead
him,
in the
his-
eyes.
Where are the bodies?
Yeah, he got
and
his
shit like
fucking,
that.
he got his fans to troll Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Um,
It's so funny.
Who's the Asian guy that goes on a lot of podcasts? That's
Bobby Lee.
Fuck, dude, he's hilarious.
He's pretty funny.
I watched the one. When
I
he
like
talked-
his interactions with fucking Theo Von.
Yes.
Like when he's like, do you feel like you're Mexican sometimes?
Dude,
he's
they're the fucking best. Dude, I
He's like,
watched
do
a
you
bunch
wake
of
up
clips.
and go, I'm Asian? Dude. He's like, do you ever think about like
Dude, I
and
love
Bobby
Theo
Lee,
Von.
he always like he laughs and then he looks at him serious quietly. He's like, yeah, that's so ridiculous.
So he used to tell a story, Bobby Lee, on podcasts about him having sex with an underage hooker in Mexico, and this fucking stripper stormed the stage while he was doing a fucking performance, while he was doing a stand-up comedy act, I think at the Comedy Store, and just started screaming that he's a pedophile and that he has sex with 12-year-old girls and shit. I followed that stripper on Instagram, and she is fucking nuts, man.
Oh man!
Like every couple of days, she'll post something of her just ranting about fucking sexual assault in Hollywood and shit, and she's got like just the most annoying voice that you'd like ever hear, and just like just constantly having breakdowns on Instagram.
It's weird, but I bet
crazy.
It's weird, but it's like everything she says is probably true.
It's
about,
probably
like,
not wrong, but it's just like
and
it's hard to
pedophilia.
take it seriously when it's coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Because she's so fucking clearly
Yo,
insane.
Speaking of like pedophilia and shit, Maxwell girl, her trial
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Did it start?
Yeah, it's been going on.
Fuck.
It's been going on for a few
I wanted
weeks
to
now.
keep track of that. I'm gonna go look
I have
up
no idea what we're talking about, but Bobby Lee.
the fucking Jeffrey Epstein's side bitch.
Yeah, okay, I
not
know what
side
you're
bitch,
talking about.
but the girl who would get the sex trafficking girls and stuff.
Yeah.
Who would lure them in and whatnot.
Keep track and let me know. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep track of it. Bobby Lee though has this thing on a podcast where he talks about how he got like raped, and then the two guys start laughing.
Kid with
Brian,
Down syndrome.
what's his name? Brian? Is it Brian?
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
He used to be on Mad TV.
Yeah,
Brian Callen?
and
Yeah.
they laugh because
he just got his fucking. He just got allegations on him a couple months ago
Who,
too.
like,
didn't he?
That was like a year ago.
Any
Year
guy
ago?
that really has sex is gonna have allegations until like proven otherwise that are famous.
I mean,
let's be honest.
I mean,
Everybody you talk about that's like in a podcast, maybe not
They
that
need to
relevant,
start-
rape somebody.
they need to start like getting contracts. signed
Yeah,
and IDs,
it's annoying.
Like, copied and
Like, there's
shit.
people
I
out
bet
there
you
that
some of
get
them
raped.
do.
Oh, for
Dave
sure.
Chappelle, one of his sketches on the Chappelle Show, that was one of his sketches.
I mean, didn't they do that in like sorority boys or some shit where like in the morning after a party, someone woke up early and like went door to door in the house asking for the forms or contracts or something.
I know what you're talking
It was
about. I don't
either
remember what
sorority
movie it
boys
was, though.
or Van
I mean, I saw
Wilder
that
or
on-
some. I
I
don't
saw
think
on
it was
South
Van.
Park.
It wasn't Van Wilder.
May have been sorority boys then,
All I'm saying is like
because they had the
I'm
walk
sure-
of shame thing.
I'm sure
was sorority
famous
boys.
people have raped people and used their power to do it.
But oh yeah.
But there's many
For
people
sure.
that
The
are
power.
like they have money and they had sex and they didn't want me
I mean-
afterwards, so I'm going to say they raped me so I can get at least
Oh,
something
yeah.
out of
There's
it.
definitely
There's
false
people that actually get
accusations out
raped,
there.
and that's just fucked up. That like maybe they didn't want you after fucking you, even though you're totally consensual to it.
I don't
But
know
you're
how
just-
much you looked into that fucking Brian Callen thing, but I read the article, and I don't know, man. It
Who's
was
Brian? I don't even know who that is.
he
the
was
person
just,
he was just talking
yeah,
about.
he was on Mad TV for a
Oh,
while. He's
on
got
that
a
podcast with Bobby Lee.
podcast. He was in
Okay.
a couple movies.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But I read the article, and it was very dramatic. Like
Yeah?
it didn't feel like somebody telling their story. It felt like somebody writing like a fiction book.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
I'm
mean? Like it
saying.
didn't feel. I don't know. I can't judge whether or not it happened off of that. It's really as far as I'm concerned, maybe he's a rapist, maybe he's not. I don't really care either way. I was never a huge fan of Brian Callen anyway.
Right.
So I choose not to pick a side because I don't like why should I believe her and why should I believe him? I don't know either of them. So fuck
Right.
it.
Right.
But I read the article and I read her recounting of it, and it was like, I don't know, it didn't feel real. It felt very, very dramatized.
Yeah.
And it was just a fucking article that she was writing.
I feel like
It was
there's
weird.
a lot of people out there that are doing these allegations to get a paycheck,
Get money,
some kind
or
of
like
check.
they're just upset because that
And, like,
famous
I
person
don't
didn't
wanna-
really want them.
I don't want to seem like I'm like.
You don't want to defend a rapist.
Yeah, like I don't want to seem like that, but come on, man.
I don't
like,
have a specific.
like we went
person.
from innocent until proven guilty to guilty until proven innocent.
Facts. It's like I don't know. There's so many people like Hyde who probably did do some raping.
I mean,
He
his
definitely
was
did a
pretty
little
much like proven, right?
yeah, he did some raping.
What
which makes me
was
sad.
it? What was his? Do you remember his sentence?
No, I just remember Scientology like kind of protected him, like those people
Yeah.
for a while, and
For
then
a little, like they
then when
tried
the
to-
Me Too movement happened, then like
Danny
everybody
Masterson
and
is
their
the
mom.
actor.
Ron
Yeah.
Jeremy just recently got charged.
Mm-hmm.
He got like 700 years in jail.
Really?
It was something like that. Like that's what he was up for, like a total of like 700 years in jail because he got accused by like 30 people.
I mean, people do, like, I'm sure they do use their power to rape people. I totally agree with that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there's just some
if you watch the Jeffrey Epstein doc on fucking Netflix, like they, it talked about how he would help rich guys. They would go to the island, they would tell the girls that they're gonna help them do these studies or something for school.
Yeah, dude.
And then he would just be like,
"Well, now you
they
can't
would tell
leave."
Yeah, they would tell him to go to this guy's room and do this or that. And like when they would leave the room, there would be like this stack of cash on the dresser by the door, and they're like, "Go ahead and take that when you walk out." And
yeah, I mean, I think the whole because they started like canceling comedians and shit and coming after comedians. I think that was just pushed. Yeah, well, I think that was just pushed by the media because it was the people that control the media that were the real sex offenders. People like fucking Weinstein and the people that fucking the billionaires that hung out with Jeffrey Epstein. They're the real fucking sex offenders. And once Weinstein got busted, and then once Epstein got busted, they were all like, we need to cover our asses somehow. Luckily, we control the narrative, so why don't we push the narrative towards comedy is essentially the lowest form of the entertainment business. Comedians are just a bunch of broke people. Yeah. Like there's like 5 or 6 of them that are millionaires.
Which kind of sucks because
they're the easiest targets.
There is so many fucking underrated comics. I started following this dude on TikTok. I can't remember his name, but he is fucking hilarious.
There's a
fucking hilarious, but he's just like doing these small venues, because these little bars. He should be way higher. He is so fucking funny.
Like now, it's starting to get more popular, but it's still the ones that are like offensive and shit. It's hard for them to get work because people are afraid of being attached to somebody who's going to say something mean. You know what I mean? Like. Because I listen to fucking Legion of Skanks all the time, and that's like all they have on. Like, their whole podcast is structured around being offensive, being the most offensive podcast on earth. So them and everybody that they bring in to be on their show, they're just trying as hard as they can to be as like lewd and offensive as they fucking can. They say, the N-word without a problem.
Oh, shit.
They say, faggot without a problem. Retard, like anything. Like they don't, like they just try to push the envelope, and it's hard for those guys to get work because they're just like people don't want to be attached to them because of what the implications are. I'm sure they have a segment on their show called "Who's Most Justified Using the N-Word." And it's just white people. It's just they watch fucking videos. They'll watch 3 videos of a white person losing their temper and calling a black person the N-word and decide which one's the most justified.
Jesus Christ.
and then they have a spin-off of that segment called "Who's Most Justified Punching a Woman?" And it's just they watch videos.
I mean,
obviously,
I kind of like don't find the punching the woman one as offensive because
it's so funny.
Dude, there's definitely scenarios out there where I've watched a video and I'm like, I would have punched that fucking bitch too.
Facts. Like that is so like
dude, if a bitch starts coming up and slapping me and all this shit,
they want equal rights.
Up, dude.
They want equal rights.
Equal
fucking
fights,
take
dude.
It. Like, dude,
fuck them up.
That's so. I'm a woman, so I can say this. If I punched a dude and he fought back, I would never fight that. I would never be like, I was a woman, so I should not have been hit, even though I tried beating the fuck out of him. That's the dumbest defense. If you want equal rights, then if you want to beat the dude up, let them beat
take
you up.
Take a fucking fist in the mouth, bitch.
So also, let's talk about the Zach. Who Stacy? Was it Zach? What was his first name? Some Stacy, the NFL player that beat the fuck out of his ex.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know his name. I just watched the video.
It was
and
something
I was like,
Stacy. I think it was Zach.
Was it you? I think you sent that to me.
Dude, it was literally hard to watch.
It was. Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, I watched it on Legion of Skanks.
Is it Zach?
They watched it and talked about it, and I just watched it on that.
What's his first name?
I don't fucking know.
It's some Stacy.
I have no idea.
He was a former NFL player.
Right, yeah. Because he wasn't successful because he fucking sucked. But anyways.
He fucking threw her around
that was hard to watch.
Doll, dude.
But like
he like smashed her face
he
into
literally
a TV.
treated her like a doll.
He body slammed her on that kid's bouncy thing.
I was like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck?
God.
That was hard to
It's
see.
the
That's
whole
bad.
time she's just like, hold up, please, hold on. And like there was no anger in her voice or whatever.
Dude,
Nothing.
he was
And
calm
the
too.
baby was crying the
He
whole
was
time.
like, so
and-
you're gonna do that? Dude, that looks sick. The way you did that down there with the smoke. Anyways, but it was like he was so calm himself. He was like, so you're gonna do this and ruin the relationship, and then smashes her into the fucking bouncer. I'm like,
How dare you make me do this?
I was like, what?
You think
the
this is
fuck?
okay?
Dude, see, that was hard. But like, if you're at a bar and a girl gets drunk and like thinks she could just beat the fuck out of you because she's like drunk and like ghetto,
No, I would
no,
fuck a bitch
punch
up.
her. Like, what the fuck?
Dude,
Show her who's boss.
That's
Like,
one
who
of the.
gives a fuck?
I mean, that's one of those self-defense situations.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't
So-
care if you're a woman.
I don't want to talk about another show. It's
Do
a
it.
thing, but last night on their new episode, A Legion of Skanks, they played the game, the who's most justified punching a woman. And one of the videos was literally a 6'5", 250-pound dude punching an 11-year-old girl in the face.
Whoa.
And she was. It was like because there was just a bunch of like girl. And I hadn't honestly. She looked older than 11. I'd have thought she was at least a teenager. But it was her and a whole bunch of her friends like surrounding this dude and like fucking like threatening him and shit. And then he fucking pushes her and she runs at him with her hands up like she's gonna fight. And he just fucking levels her.
I mean,
Just one
Christ.
fucking punch.
so I guess there should be an age limit.
Yeah,
Maybe 18 and up. Like, if you can have sex with them.
I
then-
mean,
If you can have sex with him, then you can punch him.
yeah, it's like, if they
those-
try to fuck you up,
Old enough
like,
to fuck,
tell them
old enough to punch.
I mean, but in
Fact.
those weird situations,
you
like
can
this,
defend
you got
our
a
country, you can get punched in the
you
face.
got a 6'5" versus 6'5", 250-pound guy
There's
with 11. You go.
obviously
He
rules
he
around
didn't
it.
have
Yeah,
to
he
lay
probably
her out.
could
He
have
probably
showed a
could
little
have
bit
just
of
like
restraint.
held her head back while she was swinging or
Yeah,
something.
facts. Okay, so that's bad.
He could have easily just bear hugged her and
Against that.
restrained her instead of just
If you're
like,
not old enough to go to jail, nah. But like, if you're at a bar and a girl
An
tries to swing on
11-year-old?
you, then
She
fuck
was
you.
11-year-old?
She didn't look 11,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
She definitely didn't look like she was old enough to just haul off and punch in the face. but-
Yeah.
Dude, I
when I heard
remember.
11, I was like, damn.
You guys remember years ago, like maybe 6 years ago, there was this fight that went viral where this girl was like a pussy, and they just kept talking back and forth, like, "Come at
Oh,
me,
the
bro."
girl hit her with the shovel?
Yeah.
Oh, that was that bitch.
Dude, that
someone
was
involved
hilarious.
in that was on fucking Oprah.
That was hilarious.
I remember that being
She
everywhere.
just
dude.
checks
Yeah.
the shovel, and it's like they're both pussies. They're like, "Come at me." Like, you don't want none of this, and then the girl just chucks the shovel.
That
and hits her
girl
in the head.
died. The girl that got
No,
hit
that
with
was
a shovel?
fucking. That was a lie.
Really?
That was
She
a
didn't
rumor.
die.
She didn't die.
Not that day, but it caused like some kind of brain damage
no,
or
it
some
didn't.
weird shit. No,
It didn't. That was a rumor.
She was retarded,
Oh,
so that's
shit.
fine.
so she's still alive.
She's fine. She just got hit in the head with a shovel.
She probably got a concussion. They're like, she's dead.
Yeah.
No, speaking of people from videos, like I follow this guy on YouTube that talks about like old people from memes and stuff, and he's like, where are they now? One I haven't seen yet that I want to look up and see. Do you remember the whole "It's Ma'am"?
Yeah.
It's ma'am. From GameStop.
Yeah.
What the fuck
No.
happened to her? You don't remember that bitch?
No.
It's like, so it was a trans. It was an older gentleman with a blonde
no,
wig.
a woman.
Whatever.
It's ma'am.
It was a trans that was wearing a blonde wig.
And
She
he
actually
said
looked
he-
like She-Man.
She was getting upset,
She-Man.
and
Yeah.
he said "sir," and she was just like, "It's,
It's
ma'am."
ma'am. And
It's,
it was,
and
like,
she like
abusive.
kept repeating it, and like a customer was saying something, and she's like, "It's ma'am,"
Yeah.
and it was just turned into
Went
this
viral.
big meme, dude.
Very viral.
Well, if you want to know where she is, statistically speaking, if she's trans, she probably killed herself.
Ouch.
Let's look
That's
it
just
up.
statistics,
Let's
dog.
look it up.
Just statistic.
I didn't make the numbers, all right? I'm just repeating them.
Oh my god. Where is she now? Where is it? Where is they? Where are they now? We're gonna put they.
Well, it's she, right? It's ma'am. It's where's she now?
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Don't put they because they.
It's
is
ma'am. How misgendering lead to viral meme fame.
What happened to her though?
I know,
I
I
don't want to
said-
hear the story. I want to know what happened to her.
It doesn't say.
Like, I mean,
It's
She probably just-
rapper is
she
the first thing to
She's
look
probably
up.
just living a normal life.
She probably
she
is.
wasn't like some famous person.
Yeah.
But like, I want to know if she killed herself or something because she became a meme.
I don't think so. It would probably be like one of the first things. Killed herself because of fame.
Oh, so fucking it's ma'am killed herself.
Just like, leave Britney alone.
you
YouTube.
remember? You remember when that shit came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how long ago? Like early 2000s.
And he was right the whole time.
The
He
whole
was, dude.
fucking time.
It's funny
dude.
because I kept seeing TikTok, and I believe I sent this to the group a long time ago. I saw a TikTok video about, and it said, name someone that said some shit that totally turned out to be right, and the dude played that dude's video or
Facts.
that
Poor Britney.
whatever's video.
She really do be looking exhausted. Like, just put some foundation on,
Dude,
girl.
It's
Cover that up.
You know what?
Her face is so puffy and she has
I'm
huge
gonna
bags
tell
under
Missy.
her eyes.
No. You leave your makeup on overnight and then take a picture in the morning, and I'm gonna be like, "That's Britney
I
Spears."
do it like every day, so I know exactly what I will show you.
Like
tomorrow.
it's like splotchy in some
Yeah.
areas, and like
it's like black down for a little bit, like it's like far down for
and
mascara.
it's like all faded, and
Yeah.
weird and shit.
Y'all are
Sorry.
just judgmental, yo.
Nah, dude.
Wow, he loves Britney, guys. Stop.
I mean, dude, you love Britney, don't you? You love Britney.
Bye bye. Oh, that's
She definitely
NSYNC.
has made some pretty great posts since she lost that fucking conservatorship, that's for sure.
With the titties with like the
Yeah.
stars on
Yeah.
there.
You know what? I'm waiting.
Or just with the hand bras.
Oh,
I'm waiting.
It's pretty great.
You know, I wish some of these celebrities like her would like.
Just take their shirts off for real.
No, they need to realize how much they can make in OnlyFans. Just
if you got $1 billion,
Facts.
Do it
then
for,
what
like-
the fuck difference does
yeah,
it make?
yeah, that's true.
Bad Baby took advantage of it.
That's
She
true,
didn't even fucking show her tits.
What a
Really?
fucking slut.
I don't think so.
What a bitch!
I didn't fucking buy her thing because it was like $20 a month. I was
You
like, I'm not
fucking
paying that.
bitch.
What a
dude.
money hungry cunt.
You
But she made $1
fucking
million
bitch.
her
Bro.
first day. The
Yeah.
day that she turned 18, she made $1 million
We
on
wanna see your
OnlyFans.
tits.
That's crazy.
Maybe
dude.
a little extra.
I wish I could do that. I'd show my cock for $1 million.
I mean, like, you had the opportunity for $1,000 like last year. Remember that?
Did I ever tell you about that?
Didn't we talk about it on the podcast?
Did we?
I think we
I
may
don't
have.
think so.
About the
Did you
guy
already
messaging
drink
me
this?
wanting news.
Oh, there was a guy that messaged you
Yeah,
wanted nudes?
dude.
No, you didn't
He
tell me
messaged
about
me
that.
for like
Dude.
3 days after, like.
If
The-
a girl
Did you
asked me,
respond?
I
to him?
kept telling him no, and he just kept messaging me and he's like, "Dude, I'm legit, man." I'm like, there was even a part where I asked him, I'm like, "Are you gay or something?" He's like, "Yeah, dude."
If he's asking for nudes, didn't you just assume that he's
Dude.
gay?
but
he
listen,
he was gonna pay me $10,000 for 3 nudes.
in a video, right?
I would have done that.
Yes.
I can't believe you said
The
no.
Facts.
Because so
Fact.
because I don't
$10,000.
like it sounds like it just like I don't care. I send this guy my dick. I don't give a fuck. But it just
Then
sounds
why didn't
it's
you?
because it
Facts.
sounds so surreal. It's
If a
just it
girl-
was such a random. It was literally I was sitting there.
You're the one that's always on the side of like, why don't girls just
I
go to
know, I
OnlyFans
know,
and make
dude.
money? And here you are
But
with
only
somebody
being a
begging for
pussy.
your
Yeah.
penis.
OnlyFans is different. This
It
was
hurts.
literally I was sitting there feeding Leo, and I get a snap. I
I
get
guess that would be an
some-
awkward thing to have in that kind of
Kinda
Some
weird.
conversation.
dude
Kinda
message.
weird.
So,
Your
so I have
son.
my Snapchat set to where anybody could get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Dumb.
And I
Mine's
got
private
some
as
random
fuck.
message, and this dude was just like, "Hey man, blah 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 blah
Let's
blah.
see your dick."
I want like,
Maybe
would
you should
be,
make yours on
would
private.
you be
Maybe
wi-
you'll get some dope ass $10,000 requests.
Would you be willing to
Good
do
point.
this?" And then he sent me a picture, and it was a fucking contract. He sent me a contract.
Send him a contract. Fucking, you could have got $1,000.
But
bro.
like,
you didn't have a job at the time. I'd have done
it was
anything.
just a picture of a
Yeah,
contract.
but for it to be for it to be a legit contract,
be
you
like
have
a
to
file.
meet in person, and you have to go to a
Yeah.
fucking.
there was no
Notary.
there was no
Notary,
like
yeah.
computer signature stuff or anything. He's just like, "I got the contract."
He's like, "Here's your contract. Just give me your social security
It's-
number,
yeah,
your
it's
card,
just
your
like,
debit card number, your
If a
bank
girl
account
was
number."
just like, what do I do with that?
Probably Cash App. If a girl was like, "Yo,
That's what he
pussy
said.
pic,
That's
pussy
what he
pic,"
said. But I was just like, I just, I just didn't know. I
If it
wasn't
was 10 grand.
like, if any guys want my penis, I'll send it to you for money. I don't care.
When I was younger, I would
But
just
like-
send news
Like
for
half
free.
now, half later.
When I was younger, I would just send news for free. So like getting 10 grand out of it possibly was like enough risk for me.
The
to take.
fucking contract like stated it said like my name, and then like
Slim Shady.
would say this.
You
and
should've
then
just lied.
It also said if he shared it to anybody else or social media or whatever, that
Did you discuss this with Missy?
I did.
What did she say? Did she say like, yeah, well, let's get that
Yes, she
$10,000?
did.
What a pussy. Your wife was like, dude, get us some money.
Dude,
And
it's
you're
so
like, no.
sketchy.
It's like that is a down payment on a
dude,
house.
this guy was offering me 10 grand, bro. It's so sketchy.
I would risk it for
Give
It's
me
a lot
your-
of money.
Give
I'd
me your
risk it for
cash
the-
app and send me some dick pics over Snapchat.
Fuck yeah, I'd risk it for the
It's-
biscuit.
Like, I should have just been like, all right, what if I send you one dick pic?
And
And
let's
then
just
like
test
go
it out.
through with it and then see what happened. And if he actually sent me the money, then be like, all right, let's go.
It's gotta be like half now, half later.
I'll
Like,
send-
you
now
send me
you're about a year
$5,000 right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you even send that much money through a Cash App?
You can. You just got to put in your code because it like comes up and it's like you've never sent this much amount of money to
How do
this
you know
person. Because I tried to send Chad like $250 one time,
Oh.
and it came up. It's like you've never sent this
You've only
person.
sent like $50 before. Why are you sending more than 100? Just
What?
kidding. I was just kidding.
But anyway, I was just.
Because it's more than
I
what
was
you normally
just. I was
send,
sketch as fuck, dude. I was like, this
Yeah.
guy. I don't.
I guess.
But I should have definitely thought about it and been like, all right, what about one dick pic for like
You should have done that.
$2,500?
But how did
Yeah,
he
and
find
negotiate.
you?
Yeah, dude.
How do you, wasn't it Instagram or Facebook
So
or something?
it was Snapchat.
That's weird to me.
And
That's
like
sketchy.
after the third or fourth day, he finally stopped messaging me, and like every day, like for the 3 or 4 days, he like each message was just like, the offer's still on the table. I'm dead serious. But
Was
like I
he
said,
hot?
he never sent me a pic.
Oh.
I told him I was like, send me a pic
Huh.
if you're real, and I got nothing.
Yeah,
and
okay.
it was just like it was sketch, dude.
That's sketch. Okay.
Like if you're not gonna be able to send me a pic of you just hanging out, he did send me a picture of all the money that's currently in his Cash App right
That's
now,
sketch. I'm glad. you
and I
did
was
that.
just like, holy fuck. And he like talked about his job and how much money he makes and stuff.
What's his job?
It was some weird computer program.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like you had like a real conversation with this person.
We talked
While it was
for a
feeding
few
Leo.
hours
While it
about
was
this
feeding
because
Leo.
like
Was it all through video?
in the bit no, it was just Snapchat messages back and forth.
Right. Just like a
And,
regular DM.
Yeah, and like we talked because like the whole conversation was like, I don't know, man. It seems so surreal and weird, and it was like him messaging back like, I'm serious, dude. But like I said, it was sketch.
You missed a good opportunity. Is what I get. From
I
this
probably
story.
did, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I missed a scammer
You coulda
that
had a
could
good
take all my
Christmas.
It'd
money.
be funny if he sent the dick pic and the guy was like, that was disappointing. I want half of my money back.
I'd be like, okay, here's half of your money back.
Dude,
I
it's
still
like,
have fucking
oh.
$2,500.
He's like, I assumed it'd be bigger. Never mind.
It was weird though because like I asked him where he saw me from and he couldn't answer any of that.
Yeah, that's sketch. It's
So I
probably
was just
scam.
like, so
Yeah,
some
I'm
random
assuming it was
dude
just a scam.
some random dude just saw me in Quick Ad and decided to fucking message me and ask me for dick pics.
There's this one time on Instagram where this dude just sent me 5 videos of him masturbating, and
Just
I was
randomly?
just like no context.
Unprovoked.
Yeah, and I was just like blocked. And then this one dude was like, send me nudes. Like, he didn't even follow me, but he like commented on one of my story things.
Jesus
So it was like,
Christ.
send me nudes. And I read and ignored it. And he's like, oh, I meant to say hi first. I think I told Chad and you while I was like, do you need me to move?
Yeah, I do remember you telling us this story.
Yeah, and it was like, okay. And I just like blocked him too. But he was all like, oh, I meant to say hi first.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like a Travis move.
If
I feel like that's something that Travis does.
Dude,
Just like goes through Instagram to
100%.
random girls. It's like send
me
nudes,
tits.
send nudes.
Yeah, so if I go on my message request, it's between people that want to like have me be a model for their like small business or people wanted to make me like, or the old men that are like, you don't have to do anything sexual with me, just talk to me every day and I'll send you $5,000 a week. I have a lot of those. No, because who's gonna send me $5,000 to talk to him every day?
I mean, just do it once.
True, I'll try it out. I have a lot.
You're giving Brad shit for not sending a picture of his dick. All this dude wants to do is talk to you.
Dude, anytime I post, like yesterday, I posted like a kind of like it shows my stomach type thing. I get like 3 of them every time.
Just people asking to talk to you?
Yeah. For no sexualness. Like every single time. And it's like, but then after like a few days after, then it like disappears. Like their
whole account just disappears?
Yeah. So it's like, I don't fucking know, dude. But if I go on my message request, like it's like either makeup or jewelry people wanted me to model for them, or like those people that are like, yeah, I'll give you $5,000 just to talk to me every day. Next one, I'll try it out.
Sugar daddy type.
You should just do it. I mean, why the fuck not? What happens? You talk to a guy for a day and then get nothing for it?
Yeah, okay, I'll try it out just for the podcast.
Yeah, just whatever happens, just don't. If somebody asks you to send them money, just don't do it.
Yeah, don't give any
Even if they're like, oh, if you send me this amount of money, I'll send you back this amount of money. Apparently, like a big thing was like, they'll be like, I'll give you $1,000. And then they'll be like, oh, I accidentally sent you $1,500 on accident. Can you send the $1,500 back? And then I'll just send you the $1,000 back. And then they just cancel it altogether after you send the $1,500 back.
The couple scams I got was like, I'll send you $300 or $3,000, and I'll be like, blah blah blah, and they'd be like, oh, you need to send me $10 to pay for the fee. It's like, bitch, if you're paying me $3,000 for something,
$10,
you fucking pay for the fee.
Yeah.
You pay. Just send me $2,990 then.
Yeah, but apparently, like as soon as you send them the fee, they get all your information for whatever, and they can get into your bank account. And shit.
I'll post like a kind of, not even like none of my pictures are really that out there as they could be. So like I'll post one. I'll have like an old man be like, talk to me for like all the time, and then I'll let you guys know how it goes.
You honestly, dude, you should just be like, yeah, okay,
just okay.
Next time,
what's up?
And if they send you money, and if they say you need to send me this much money back, then be like, no.
I have a Cash App, so
and then you could just be like,
yo, if I get $5,000, like, I will fucking buy us some shit next time.
Be like, I'm
make a fucking career,
like,
dog.
If they send you the $1,500 before you send their fee, be like, they got their money. I'm just gonna make off with it.
Block them on everything. Like block them on Instagram. Never cash the money out, bro. It's happening.
Make some money, dog.
This week, bro. Because it happens very often. But then, like I said, after a few like weeks, that account will be gone. So I don't know, like if they get in trouble themselves because they're reported, or what. But
have you looked into selling feet?
Ew, fuck. I hate feet myself. I would never do that.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, if people pay you, why not?
I don't know.
Dude,
I don't like. Dude.
I know somebody that sells like
dirty underwear.
They have
and shit.
guys that request things that they want, and like she'll tell me about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The dirty underwear. They'll request. They'll be like, wear your underwear around all day, and then send it to me.
Wear your underwear for a few days in a row and then send that smelly shit to me, bro.
Why not? Just
fucking
do it.
I would do that.
She'll get like
do it.
hundreds of dollars for it.
Who is it?
I'm not gonna fucking say it on here.
You know who it is, though.
I don't want to say
I
it
even
on
know
here.
who it is.
Who is it then? I want to know.
To.
Write it down on something and send it to me. Text it to me.
Give me your phone and I'll put it in a message. You don't know her.
I don't know her.
Does it?
You don't know her.
Oh, okay.
You have no idea who she is. You've never
he doesn't?
met her. No.
Oh.
No.
I unfortunately know her. I don't like her that much.
I could show you her picture afterwards.
Her eyebrows, bro. Just wait.
You might be like...
You'll know when you see it. You'll know when you see it.
But like...
Anyway,
strange requests. There are some fucking weird fucking guys out there, dude.
There's people out there that like to just watch people fucking step on food with their bare feet.
Yeah.
That's weird. I want to do that for someone. I'd be like, go get help.
Yeah, I mean,
bro,
how much money they fucking pay me.
Easy money. Like, we're talking about my simple dick pics being sketch, but if you went
simple dick pics.
if you went through an actual like OnlyFans site,
his simple dick is just what he calls his dick.
I'm just saying how easy it would have been to just snap him a picture of my penis.
I'm gonna make you an ad. Like a
Do you guys want simple dick pics?
Simple dick.
I got you.
I got
you.
pictures of my simple dick.
Shaft only.
Shaft only.
Balls are an extra like $50. That's funny.
Extra money for like the more money you pay, the more you get of the penis.
OnlyFans is honestly the way to go nowadays. It's so easy to make money off of that.
I think they're still going to get rid of porn on there, though.
I don't think so.
They realized how much money it was making them.
People
they
literally
I think they just pushed the date back.
People literally make a living off of that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That digital princess bitch on TikTok that went through all that shit.
Who doesn't like her child?
There was this whole thing about her getting canceled because she left her house.
4-year-old.
She left her 4-year-old in her house alone while she went somewhere.
With friends to party.
Some shit like that. And this 4-year-old kid has autism, and the neighbors found the kid outside crying and stuff like that.
Called the police.
And then the mother finally came home and she got questioned and stuff. But then her case was dropped. But people are still like, bro, like, who cares if your case was dropped? You're still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But her main income is OnlyFans. And she made a video kind of mocking the whole situation.
I'm mad.
In front of her fucking Lamborghini fucking pimped out thing that's probably easily a $250,000 car.
Yeah, I think the standard price of a Lamborghini is like $250,000.
Yeah.
But it's like, so her case was she went to the 7-Eleven to get laundry detergent, and that's why she was gone. Forgot her kid. So then when she came back after the case was dropped,
her case was just, it was an oopsie.
Yeah, her excuse was she had anxiety, which is why she lied. She's like, my anxiety made me lie. So then when she came back to social media after the case was dropped, she had her Lamborghini in front of a 7-Eleven, and she's like, I'm mad, you're mad, he's back, she's mad. That song?
It was some 6ix9ine song that was like when he came back after his trial and stuff, and she was posing with her car
in front of a 7-Eleven.
In front of the 7-Eleven that she alleged she was at with the clothes she was wearing. Mind you, these clothes she was wearing wasn't no 7-Eleven trip. It was a fucking, I went out to the fucking club outfit.
And everyone's like,
or I went out to get dick outfit or whatever.
And everyone was duetting it, and was like, sorry, I was paying attention to my child. What?
Yeah, like it was pretty funny. But she's
a piece of
shit.
She sounds like that chick from Florida that fucking accidentally killed her kid.
Kaylee.
Right, Kaylee, I think, was the name of the kid.
Oh, her mom was.
I can't think of
everyone
her name right
compares
now.
that to Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony.
She compared it to Casey Anthony.
Yeah, everyone compares her to Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, they do too.
I mean,
the kid didn't die.
She
but
keeps releasing these statements, thinking it's gonna help her, but
like, don't believe everything that's on the internet. People like her case was on the internet.
Like her, not like
don't believe everything that's on the internet, like the judicial system.
Her actual information,
like the actual affidavit wasn't on there, but you can see her charges and stuff and her mugshot.
And then listen, then she's like, join my OnlyFans and I'll share my shit with you.
So she said after all this went down, she talked about releasing her statement. She put it behind a paywall. It was like, you got to subscribe to my OnlyFans to see my statement. And all that shit.
Yeah.
Are you doing it topless? Because if not, I'm not subscribing.
She's a piece of shit.
She doesn't have titties.
I hate her.
She doesn't have anything.
She doesn't. She has a very much of a guy bod.
She's got an ass. She's got an ass. She doesn't have any titties.
But she's like very butchy, like her face is very.
I mean, to be honest, without makeup, I'd think she was a guy.
Yeah, she's very guy-y.
Guy.
Is
that a thing?
Yeah, now it is.
I talk shit about this bitch. Fuck her, man.
That's value. Remember?
Fuck her.
Father fucker. I should start all these things.
She released a statement on her Instagram about the whole thing again, and I actually watched this one, and she just went on about how much she provides for her son.
Yeah, she put on
and
TikTok
I'm just like, bro, you left this motherfucking kid for.
I provide for my kid. Look at my Lamborghini. All right, I provide.
I mean,
what
I don't doubt.
What kids in
I don't doubt.
I get to drop my kid off in a Lamborghini. All right, that's called providing.
I don't doubt that she provides for a kid with all the money she makes, but that
She makes
Like,
that
you
much
gotta
money.
wa-
Why doesn't she just get a fucking babysitter?
Well,
Right?
that's another thing. A
You
part of
hire
her
a
whole
nanny.
story. Her
do what
mom.
normal rich people do who don't want to fucking be parents.
That's
and
another
hire
part
somebody
of the
else to
thing.
do
Her
it for 'em.
story. Her mom lives 5 minutes away from her, and she couldn't just ask her mom to watch kid.
Her mom's probably tired of watching the fucking
Wow.
kid all the time.
I told Brad about this story. Speaking of kids made stuff, there's this nanny. These people like hired off of that nanny site. That's kind of like
They do the same with
Kind of like the dog walking.
subcontractors
same.
and stuff.
Yeah, same thing. So it was like nanny whatever, and they hired her. She's from California. I don't remember what state this was in, but it was in California. And she was like highly recommended from all these people from California because she worked at a daycare. And so this person let the nanny know I have cameras in every room in the house. And I watched them. I told you about this
Yep.
because I played video games with Brad right after watching this, and I was like, not really traumatized, but pissed off. And so this nanny, the kid was in the high chair, and he didn't want to eat the food on his plate. Like, you could tell he ate most of it. She held his arms behind his back and put the food in her hand and shoved it in his mouth, and he was choking. And, like, the parents are what? Cody's laughing. And so, like, the parents are
I was just imagining when you said she held his hands behind his back. I was just imagining her being like, eat it! Just shoving his face in food.
With one arm, both of his arms were behind his back, and with the other one, like, the food, like, he's choking, he's coughing, he's crying, he's screaming, and, like, putting, like, food in his mouth. And then the parents saw this on the camera. And were like, they didn't call her and was like, what are you doing? Because they didn't know, like, they're not
Started
there.
heading home.
Yeah, like, they didn't know, like,
I'd
what
be
she
like,
was
"I'm
capable
fucked
of.
See, that's another spot where I'd be like, I'm gonna fuck this bitch up.
Well, what
I
happened
don't
was,
give a shit.
They
I'm gonna
own-
Who's
fuck-
most justified
I'm gonna
punching
beat the
a woman?
living fuck out of her.
so there was, like, they owned this bar that was, like, a few towns away. So they were at work, but they're like, she's like, I'm gonna call my mother-in-law because she's closer to get there, to send the nanny home. And everyone's questioning, like, why didn't you call her right away to stop? And she's like, what if she took it out on the kids that she got caught? Which that would go through my mind too. So they didn't tell the nanny that they knew that she was, like, literally torturing the kid. Like, she, like, chucked him in a room, like, visibly threw him in and chucked the blanket and pillow at him and let him cry in this room. Like, she, like, physically abused this kid, and they just watched it live.
If you hate kids that much, why would you be a nanny?
Yeah, you gotta think,
Facts.
how stupid is she? The parents let her know that there's cameras in the house, and she still did all that shit.
But it's like, does she think this is okay? Like, justifiable? Like, hopefully she never has kids. Like, the mom was like, does she think this is okay?
Yeah,
Like, to torture this kid, like, physically like
gotta
this?
Yeah,
think
like she
how
didn't
many
think she
o-
was doing anything
you
wrong.
gotta
Right.
think how many other kids has she done this
And it was
to?
weird because she was talking in a
just-
nice voice.
I just imagine like the parents coming home like, how was it? Good. He wouldn't eat, so I just shoved the food down his throat.
The nanny
you know,
wasn't there
normal
when they.
stuff.
The
I
nanny
beat the
wasn't
shit
there.
out of him.
The nanny wasn't home when they got home because all they told the mother-in-law was, can you please go send the nanny home and watch the kids till we get there. Didn't give her any information because they didn't want her to react either.
Yeah, for sure.
So the nanny was already gone, but
I
they
would've-
watched live her chuck the kid in the
I
bedroom
would
and
have
lock the
found
door.
that bitch and fucked her up.
Yeah, and after she like forced him to eat food, she's like picking up around and stuff, and like he wanted the iPad, and she's like, "Do you want this?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, he's 2. He's like Leo's age, and he's like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Nope, don't fucking eat," like swearing at him, yelling at him, and he just she's like, "Want this? No. Want this? No." And I'm like, I would kill her. Like, I don't like kids that much, but she's just a fucking cunt.
I hope I see her in public so I can fucking.
She was talking
beat
to
her
him like
ass,
kind
dude.
of nice, like how you would talk to a kid, but like physically hurting him. It was like the fucking craziest thing I've seen. I was like, what the fuck?
That's just parenting to her.
Yeah, like this is how my parents treated me, so I guess.
Does
this is
she
okay.
have kids? Do you know that?
I don't think. She was young. She's probably in her early 20s.
Stupid bitch.
Yeah.
I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, and she also worked at a pool where like you throw your baby in and have it float to the top and cry. She worked at those too.
I'm just gonna keep
Is that
you
just a
under,
place?
I'm gonna keep you under the water.
No, that's like
little
a
bit
common
longer.
thing now. Like you teach your baby to swim early and you just throw them in and let them float to the top and learn that way.
It is. It's sad.
Like the people won't even be in the water yet. They'll be on the side, toss the kid in, then jump in. I've watched this so many
I mean,
times.
they say that's how you're supposed to fucking teach them, though.
It is.
No.
I guess it is.
I wouldn't never.
Sink or swim.
I couldn't do it because it'd be too traumatizing for me. It pissed me off right away.
That's not how I learned to swim. I had floaties and I doggy paddled till I learned how to actually swim.
See, why can't they just do that then?
Facts. That's how everyone I know has learned.
Hey, you might drown, but we're gonna see.
It's like,
Well, that just sounds like more fun.
Honestly, dude, if say one of those teachers did that, then I could sue them if the kid drowned.
Boom,
Get a lot of money,
put Leo in one of those
and it
classes,
would
let's
cover
go.
my hurt from the kid being dead.
How much is your child's life worth?
The lawyer. That's the lawyer's first question now. That's fucked up.
I'm kidding, Leo.
Leo's a good kid. But yeah, so those were like the most recent child abuse I've seen lately. That video was kind of hard to watch when she was forcing him to eat because you could tell he was like literally struggling as a 2-year-old.
I can't do child abuse type videos, and I can't do police brutality videos.
Dude, police brutality videos piss me
I can't watch them kind of videos. Yeah, that's why.
It's literally so absurd. Like, it's literally just racism. And like I said, I like don't understand that shit.
I saw a video on Reddit the other day. It was like a fucking some like veteran police sergeant in New York City giving some like big speech about how our country disrespects police officers now, and like whoever made the video was just like intercutting his speech with police violence and shit, like police brutality and shit. The guy would be like, the way that you are treating the police is disrespectful and I don't like it. And while he's saying that, it's just like it would be like a cop just walking past a citizen and just beating him in the head with a fucking nightstick.
Just because they're a different color. They're so fucking
They
stupid.
have this over power, man. Power makes people fucking
Power
weird.
racism mix is awful.
Power makes people weird. Honestly, like, I do think, like, obviously racism's huge in our country.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, a majority of it is probably just up there. They're angry with power. You know what I mean?
I
like,
don't know. I think racism
I'm
in
a
general is
cop.
fucking
I
retarded.
can, like, you have to listen to everything I say.
Do you remember the Robert Leone case?
No.
It happened in Towanda.
Oh shit!
Fuck, what?
Do you remember that? You don't remember seeing? I'll have to send you guys the video because it's a pretty brutal video of the police. They fucking so this dude,
Towanda?
Yeah, the dude was high on Xanax. I know a lot about it just because Kyle was in jail with him.
Oh, okay.
And the dude, he was in jail when they brought him in, and his face was fucked up. I'll see if I can find a picture of him. But they were trying to pull him over on 220, and he was going way under the speed limit because he has anxiety and a Xanax prescription, and he was on his Xanax at the time. And they were trying to pull him over, and they ended up following him for fucking miles, just getting pissed off that they had to follow this guy at fucking like for miles at like fucking 15 miles an hour.
Right.
And he's like waving his hand out the window, like telling him like, go around. Like that was his thing. It was like, I thought they were just trying to go around me. But he was just zonked out of his mind on Xanax. And when they finally got him and pulled him over, they beat the fuck out of him. And like one cop like climbed up on top of his car, and while they were pulling him out of the car, the cop like jumped off onto his fucking his face and shit. It was absolutely brutal. I'll see if I can find the pictures. But then they took him to the hospital because they beat him so fucking badly. He had to go to the hospital. Christ. And then when they were at the hospital, the cops showed up at the hospital, made all the doctors and nurses leave, and beat the fuck out of him in the hospital.
What?
Yeah. When he came in, he was so fucking... I'm going to find this fucking...
What the fuck?
They took him
this
to
just
the
happened
hospital?
right over...
How long ago was this?
When I was living with Kyle in the fucking...
So a while ago.
So it was it was like 2 years before that. I want to say in like 2013 or something like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, look at this dude's face.
Oh my god.
They beat the fuck out of this guy.
Dude.
And you can still find the video on YouTube. It's like a fucking 5-minute long video of them just ruthlessly beating the fuck out of this guy. And he's not fighting back at all. He's just crying, begging them to stop and shit. And they're just beating the fuck out of him. They ended up charging him with assault because one of the cops broke his hand punching him in the head.
What the fuck?
So they charged him with assault on a police officer.
Are you
No, I'm not fucking lying, dude. Look the shit up. You go right to YouTube.
How the hell?
If you go to YouTube, there's a video of a
that makes
a
me
retired
really...
Pennsylvania state trooper watching the video and talking about how horrible it was. It's
That
just
makes
saying
me
like this
really
is you're
sad.
not supposed to do this to citizens and everything that the cops did wrong in that situation.
Wow, what's
Jesus
wrong? So
I hope all those cops are fucking let go.
I don't remember what actually happened.
someone made a thing that says what's wrong with his picture, and it shows like people in prison for like worse things, and then it shows him fucked up for just 4 misdemeanors.
Yeah, well, I mean, in
Like
the
that.
misdemeanors,
like there's a serial
like I said,
killer.
one of the misdemeanors was a fucking assault on a police officer because the cop broke his hand punching him in the face.
But it shows like Jeffrey
Jesus
Dahmer, I think,
fucking
in there,
Christ.
like a serial killer, and then people like a crime boss and shit, and then it shows him fucked up.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
I
did
remember
not
Kyle
know that.
telling me about when he came in and like how everybody left him alone because he was so beat up, and they all knew the story. Like they all
That's
knew
so
that this dude
sad.
just got the shit kicked out
That's
of him by the
literally
cops.
20 minutes from us.
Oh yeah, it was right down the road. It was like I said, right in fucking
Christ.
Bradford County Correctional Facility.
That
They
makes me
sent him to
really
the next
sad.
day.
Police beat this man
Was that-
for 11 hours.
For just driving slow?
Robert Packer, yeah. Robert Packer Hospital is where they had to take him. Yeah, he was just driving way under the speed limit, which is illegal if you don't have your fucking
Right,
four-ways
but pull
on.
him over.
Well, that's what they were trying to do. They followed him with their lights on, and they were trying to pull him over,
So they
and
just
he was
got
high,
mad.
and he thought that they were just trying to get around him, and he was trying to, like, wave him past, and they finally crashed his car and then beat the fuck out of him.
Dude,
That's
even
awful.
if
That's
they
so
do all
fucking
that
dumb,
shit,
dude.
what's the point of like you were running from us, so we have to beat you now?
That's
no,
literally
if he's
taking your anger out on
If
him.
he's fucking crashed and he's not doing anything, why do you got to do that?
That makes me sad. He looks awful. That's sad.
Yeah, they fucked him up. Like I said, the one cop climbed on top of the car with a gun pointed at him through the windshield, and then as they were pulling him out, he just jumped on him like feet first, and just like straight up curb stomped the motherfucker.
I'm
See,
never gonna watch
like,
that. It'll
you
make
have
me cry.
you have no
That'll
idea
make me
what's
so
going
sad.
on with somebody, and to just automatically jump to that kind of violence.
And it's terrible because you can hear him crying the whole
No,
time. He's
I'm
just
never
screaming like,
watching
"Why
that.
are you doing this to me?" Like just high pitched,
Jesus
just
Christ.
wailing,
I'm never gonna watch that. That's
I hope-
awful.
and
I
just
hope-
like, "Please stop, please stop!"
Where
And
is
just-
he
definitely-
now?
And they're just screaming like, "Stop resisting!" and just beating him with fucking.
He got out of jail right after that footage got let out.
I have no idea. I don't
Better.
remember.
Jesus fucking.
That's
He
fucking
was in jail
insane.
for a couple of
I
years
hope
because
each
it was
one
like
of those-
it was an ongoing
That's
investigation,
insane.
and the entire time it was ongoing, he was in jail.
To
I
be
hope
honest,
each one of those cops lost their job.
that's not insane to me in Bradford County. They probably did not lose their job.
And these are
Everything's
cops
who
that
you
we
know
would
around
have to
here.
deal with. If you got
Yeah.
pulled over down in Gillette, it could be the same fucking guy that did that to him.
Yeah.
I made friends with the
Jesus
state
Christ.
trooper. Honestly, my car, I got with my old Ford. I got pulled over 5 times because of the inspection sticker, because I wasn't gonna put money into it to get it inspected until I bought your car. And the 5th time, this same the state trooper pulled me over. He comes up and he's like, "Again?" And I'm like, "I thought we could be friends." And he let me off with just a warning at that time, but I did
You
end up
got
buying.
lucky.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
I've never. Oh no, there was one time
It's
I
'cause I
got
was
let
a
off with
girl.
a warning when I was like,
I'm kind of pretty.
I had
so.
just got my license and my taillight was out. I got a warning
Oh,
for that.
Yeah, that's not
But
a big deal.
I mean, everything else I've always got fined for. Speeding.
Oh, I still pay on my fines for the 4 other
Oh,
times.
yeah?
Yeah, I still owe like $200. I do like $20 every month. I
Damn.
don't fucking care. It was up to $800.
How much was the fine?
Combined 800 and some bucks. Yeah, because the first time I didn't have it wasn't registered or inspected.
So
Then
that was
I got it
probably like
registered.
that was probably like
That's
150
400 and
bucks.
some bucks. Yeah, it was a
Oh,
lot of money
shit.
because that cop was not nice. That was a Troy cop. The first time I got pulled over was a Troy cop, and it was a young kid trying to prove himself.
Yeah,
I had
it
to
was
go to-
probably the same dude that pulled me over.
Yeah, he was a
Fuck.
dick.
He's like, "Does your car smell like marijuana?" I had
Probably.
nothing on me.
He was an asshole.
Nothing. And I told him, I was like, "I don't know. I have nothing on me." He's like, "Must be a skunk up the road. Can I have you pull over and blah, blah, blah?" And I was like, "Okay." And then he came back up when we got into the parking lot of some store. And he was like, "Can I search your car?" I'm like, "No." "Yeah, I don't care." And I was, because I knew I
You're
had
like,
nothing on.
"Fuck, okay."
I had nothing on me. So I was like, whatever, you're going to look stupid. So he searched my car. Sure enough, he found absolutely nothing. And when he did come back, he was like, "Well, you're good." I was like, "I told you."
did you have weed on one of your clothing items?
I mean, I probably smelled like weed.
But like, did you have a pot leaf on any of your clothing items?
No, but my wallet. You've seen my wallet
Yeah.
before? When I told him he could search my car and I got out of the car, he searched me and told me to empty my pockets. And I put my wallet on his hood. And after he searched and he was about to let me go, he had mentioned, he was like, well, if you don't, well, because I did lie and I told him I don't smoke anymore because I had got caught with paraphernalia previously.
Right. That stopped you.
Yeah. And obviously I didn't stop, but I told him I did. And he's like, well, why do you carry a marijuana wallet? And I told him, I was like, just because I don't smoke anymore doesn't mean I can't be an advocate for it. And then I told him,
it's an old wallet, and I'm not going to go out and buy a new wallet just because this has a marijuana.
Be like, you didn't find weed, faggot. Mind your business.
I started talking to him about like the medical uses for it, and then he said, "Yeah, I have a cousin that has his medical card."
So this was recent-ish.
I still lived in Canton.
So like 3 years ago, 4 years.
3-4 years ago, probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, dude. The Troy police officer.
I want to say like 2017 because it was before my son.
Oh, okay. Word. I don't know. Like the Troy cop, like that was a big like a big fine, and then the rest were like pretty minor. But it's down to 200 finally. That was like.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police coming straight from the
underground.
Motherfuckers got him mad because I'm brown.
I don't know, dude. But yeah, that sucks. That thing that happened in Towanda. That makes me really sad.
Yeah, it's crazy. Especially just since it happened around here. You know, you don't hear about that shit happen around here.
But I'm not
often.
shocked at all.
I think it happens more than we realize.
Yeah, there was one that happened in Corning a couple years ago. Guys beat the living fuck out of some black dude.
That's awful.
I don't know. I just think that fucking police should be held accountable for every time they fire a gun. They should have to be like legitimately tried for it every time. Even though, I mean, I don't know the fucking numbers, but I'm willing to say that 90% of the time a cop fires his gun, it's probably for a good reason.
I would say 85.
Even if that is the case. Regardless of the numbers, every 100% of the time they should be put on trial in some capacity. Like should be like there's got to be something. Like you shouldn't be able to do that. Same thing if they beat somebody to a pulp like that. There needs to be some kind of like severe.
I don't think there's
not some lax investigation. I'm sure they investigate it to a certain extent, but it needs to be like serious trial. Fucking. Have to stand in front of a jury of your peers.
Because honestly, the only reason for a beating would literally be if the guy just continued to fight you off the entire time.
That was literally out of anger what they did.
Yeah, they were pissed because they had to follow him for an hour at 15 miles an hour.
And it's like this area.
I'm a cop.
Everyone knows everybody. So you're going to get away with anything. Like this area fucking sucks. So I'm sure like they knew somebody higher up.
That fucking mayor,
and they're like,
mayor of Canton.
They're friends with the judges and shit.
Yeah, that's
the
what
mayor
I'm
of Canton didn't get away with his shit, dude. Fucking.
No one liked him, and that's why. He was a shitty person, and he's fucking weird.
I heard he was.
He still goes to like the games and stuff, like for the high school. And last time I was at a game, he was there, and I'm like, this motherfucker. No one likes him. Like that's why.
Then how did he get fucking in office?
Yeah, somebody must have liked him.
He was in there for many years, so probably back in the day he was liked, and then slowly.
I mean, I'm sure
weird.
there's some weird politic bullshit that goes on.
The Wiggle guy's the mayor of Troy.
I mean, nobody
right?
who's running for. Who's fucking running?
Whatever.
Yeah, Mike Powers. That guy's the shit. I love that guy.
He's funny. I hate Shane Melber though.
His radio station sucks.
Yeah. He did the fucking eulogy at my grandpa's funeral. It was great. He was my grandpa's neighbor.
Mike Powers.
Yeah, he would he's lazy, so my grandpa would mow his lawn, and he would buy the fucking lawn equipment that he would need, like weed whackers and stuff. Mike Powers would buy. My grandpa never had to buy a lawnmower or weed whacker or anything to take care of his lawn, because the deal was Mike buys it, my grandpa mows his lawn for him, he uses it to. My grandpa used it to mow his lawn.
The grandparents in the Heights?
In Troy, yeah. He was literally their next door neighbor, right next door. They basically shared a yard.
Nice.
Like that little middle section was their yard. I'd probably mowed
So
that
the
guy's
yard
lawn
wasn't
a fucking
really
100
that
times.
big either, probably.
No, neither of them were.
So how I know Mike Powers is my old boss from Pump. When I first started, his husband is also Mike Powers.
It's his
Mike
son.
Powers' son.
Yeah.
Yeah, who
I know
looks
him,
like
too.
a pizza guy. Doesn't he look like he has the stash and the black hair? That's like he looks like he could be like a pizza.
Italian, yeah.
Yeah, he's like
And then there's
And
Kenny, is I think the
Kenny,
other son,
yeah,
Kenny Powers.
whose kid like disappeared. Kenny Jr. like disappeared for a while. Like that was like a
I
thing.
don't know. I didn't know
It was
about that.
spooky. He got with a girl and like disappeared. Like blocked everybody on every social media. Just disappeared.
Jumping ships. Speaking of girls that disappeared.
Okay.
That white girl that went on a hiking trip with her boyfriend.
Oh yeah,
Did you
the
see that?
Gabby.
He killed
Gabby
himself. He
Petito.
killed himself.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah,
I'm into that
curious about
conspiracy.
that
I mean, if
too,
they
yeah.
found his body.
No. So the parents start the day the parents haven't helped this whole time. The parents start helping find a body. Only thing that matched was dental records.
Oh, they definitely helped. Are you kidding me? You mean they haven't helped find him?
That's what I
I
meant.
thought
Yeah,
you
yeah,
meant they weren't helping him. I was like, dude, they did
haven't
everything
helped,
to help
They
him.
haven't helped find him until the day they started. They found the some matched dentally, but nothing else matched Brian.
Yeah, and
Do you think
apparently
they
his
killed
uncle owns like fucking like
And he's a
a
dental-
yacht charter
yes.
ship or something. So
Her
like he fucking
So her parents?
His parents.
His parents.
Planted like teeth or something, so dental records would like match a dead person. So they think Brian Laundrie's dead, but he's not, and I believe that full heartedly because I've been
shit.
following the fuck out of that.
yeah, and they fucking when he came back, he told them that he had to. He told his parents that he had to go on a camping trip to clear his head or whatever, and then they wouldn't report him missing until it was 72
Fuck yeah.
hours because that's when you're supposed to. That's when somebody's considered technically missing after 72
yeah.
hours. So they just didn't say anything, knowing that he was going to be questioned by the police about where Gabby was. They just didn't say anything. They waited until that 3-day mark, and then they told the police where he was going. But that's probably not where he was going.
And then someone
And it's like some giant park that it's like you can't just find one person in this fucking. It's like
Right.
the size of Yellowstone. I don't know what the park was, but just a huge park that it's like, wow, we got to comb this entire place looking for this fucking guy.
What are those things with cameras that fly?
Drones.
So someone had a drone that was like, so a bunch of people like flew from other states to just watch their house, the parents' house. Someone had a drone watching like the whole fucking house at like all times. Actual footage, like there was no way. It was like bad quality and shit. The parents are working in this like garden, and you see a hand stick up, grab something from the
what the
mom,
fuck?
pull it down. It was quick, but it was slowed
No
mode on TikTok,
way.
and I watched YouTube.
No way.
Yeah, it's something like grabs something from
They
the mom.
just buried
and then the
him
parents,
and he's reaching up and grabbing
no,
shit?
like they had something hidden under this flower garden. Like it was so
They have like
real.
an underground bunker that he's just hanging out in.
Yeah, like he
Well,
grabs
I'd heard-
something, pulls down, and then like the parents look around like, oh fuck. They go inside after seeing that drone. But she literally, it was like a rolled up paper or something like that, hands it, something grabs it from the flower garden at the edge, pulls it down, and then like the parents look
Oh,
around like, oh
shit.
fuck. And it was real footage. I watched it multiple times on many different things, and it's all the same.
I'd heard that his uncle was like owned like a boat, like owned a bunch of boats, like owned like a boat shop. I don't know what you fucking call a place that sells boats. But his
Marina?
uncle maybe.
A
But
boat
his uncle
place.
like sells boats, and that was like the theory that I heard, that he probably went to his uncle and like got fucking a boat and just fucking went to like Cuba or some shit, you know, like just went somewhere not in America. Because I doubt, I don't know why he would stay in this country.
Yeah.
If he's gonna go through like, because they're
Facts.
doing a very fucking good job of hiding the dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they're very like he wouldn't talk to the police. He went to a lawyer right away, and fucking they waited the 3 days before reporting him missing and all that
Yeah.
shit. Like they're doing a pretty good job. I feel like they would just like be like, all right, you got to get out of this fucking country.
You're dead. Yeah.
You got to like sail to Cuba or sail to Jamaica or something like that.
Also,
Fucking-
someone in his family, I don't remember if it was like a sister or aunt or something, is a dentist. Which is why they're like, so that's how they got like some, I don't know. They
And
definitely
they found his remains. They think he was eaten by an alligator, right?
right. But then the only thing that
fuck?
matched was the dental matching. Nothing else matched.
Wow.
So
I haven't followed it, so
dude,
I
I've been fuddling.
Missy
It's been
just
the
told
most
me the one
interesting
thing tonight, and I was just like, oh shit.
No, dude,
You're the
I've
one that
been
brought it up, too.
following it. I've been following it, and he's definitely still alive. Fuck everybody. But
yeah, I believe he's alive. I mean, it didn't seem like because they wanted to say it was a suicide, and I was like, why would he go through all this trouble? Why wouldn't he just fucking
facts.
shoot himself in the
So-
fucking head? Like, what's like? Why would he
Just
wait
'cause
all this
Dog the
time?
Bounty
and shit?
Hunter
So just
joined
because
this
they
shit?
found teeth, they assume he's dead.
Because it was near a dead body.
But they
That's why I
haven't.
wondered, did they kill
So,
somebody?
they didn't-
Did he go
Facts,
kill
that's
another
what I
fucking
thought.
person?
because there were those 2 girls that went missing, remember? And they
No, I don't
thought-
know anything about that.
So right before that happened, what people think is they both, Gabby and Brian, killed these 2 girls
Really?
because they were really into serial killer documentaries, and
Were
they were
they?
like traveling, and they were like documenting themselves talking about it. So these 2 girls locally went missing and then were found killed, but they don't know who killed them. So they thought Gabby and him killed them together. Then she like started feeling guilty. Like in a video, you could tell like she was weird.
Are you talking about the Delphi murders?
I don't know what the names were.
Are they like little girls?
No, they were like 20s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they both went, like, they got killed and they were found, and they thought Gabby and him did together because they were starting their own documentary series about these things, and they were reading sketchy books.
I thought they were just fucking doing a van life thing.
No, they were like into this
Jesus
series
Christ,
of
no.
serial killers, and they were reading books about
There's
it,
so
listening
much
to
to
docs.
this
Yeah, dude.
that I didn't know about.
I've been following the fuck out of it.
I assume you watched the fucking police footage, right?
Yes.
Where she's like freaking out and,
And
he's
he's
just like
like,
crazy calm.
I love her. Yeah, like I'm in love with her. I would never. And then she's just like,
and he's got scratches all over his face and shit.
and people thought in the grocery store, because people saw them fighting there, which is who reported this stuff. People think they were fighting over her being like, I want to tell that we killed these girls, and him like, no, and that's why they fought, because some witness
Jesus
overheard
Christ,
some shit they
dude.
said,
They watch all these killer documentaries like, I think we can get away
and
with murder.
podcasts and shit. They were really, and books, like there's proof of the books in their vehicles
Yeah, but
and
I
stuff.
mean, that's
Well,
the
yeah,
thing.
because
I'm
we're
into
into that.
shit.
Same, but
you
they
know?
were like, that's what
And you
their
haven't
doc.
killed anybody.
But that's
Not that
what
you know of.
that's what their doc series was like about. They talked a lot about the serial killer.
Wait.
Like,
Yeah, but we've
Wait.
literally done that
Have-
on
yeah.
this fucking podcast.
But-
have you killed anybody?
That's none of your goddamn business, Brad.
I've never killed anybody, if you care. But no, like, it was just weird. Like, they were really reading into serial killer stuff, and like that's
But I
all.
do though. Like that's the thing. Like,
But
I
that's
can't
not all you
equate that
talk
'cause I
about. You don't. This whole podcast isn't about serial killers. Their whole thing was about serial killers, and like,
Yeah, but so many
I
people
thought it
do
was-
that though.
but
I
Brian
thought it was
Laundrie
just
killed
living
Gabby.
van life.
Brian
Oh
killed
yeah, for
Gabby.
sure.
though.
Yeah, he like
So
strangled her, right?
obviously, yeah. So obviously he's fucked up, and she was like, obviously he killed people. So he probably did kill these 2 girls, but there's no proof. And he's still alive, and he probably is in Cuba or something. And I will fully always remember, like I will
Do you
think
want to
that.
go to Cuba?
Let's fucking go, bro.
You
No.
want to go to Cuba?
Not at all.
I will say that he's still alive until proven not. 100% with no doubt. And do you remember
There's a
when
lot of earth to hide a body.
Dog the Bounty Hunter though only started with for clout?
Yeah.
didn't give a
Didn't he
fuck.
break his
Absolutely.
ankle and quit?
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he got
But
hurt.
he's like knocking on the door of his parents, and like every like paparazzi's around, like, oh, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Why would you go
Trying
there
to
first?
become relevant
You only
again.
want to be relevant, exactly. Like, shut the fuck up.
Dog, your time is up, bro.
I'm pretty sure he hurt himself doing something involved in the case, like rolled his ankle or something. Was like, I can't continue anymore.
Made the most. My voice. I'm starting to lose my voice. He made the most cringiest video.
That
He's
one
like-
where he's like,
Yeah, he's like, I know you're here, bro. Like, freaking
come
the
on,
fuck out.
Brian.
Yeah. He's like,
Bring it home, Brian.
we're close to finding you, and I fucking know it. It's like, and then afterwards, he's gonna be like, Christ loves you. Here's a cigarette.
Dude, I didn't. I can't say I watched that show a lot. I
Dude,
saw it a couple times.
I watched Dog the Bounty Hunter
It's
many
just
times.
Crazy, ridiculous. Do you remember Steve Blackman from the WWE?
No,
Do you remember Steve? No.
he's
Nope.
definitely not gonna remember.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. So there was a guy. He was a martial artist, and he was in the WWE for a little bit. Well, when he left professional wrestling, he tried to start a bounty hunter show.
That's unfortunate.
Like the dogs. Like it was before Dog the Bounty Hunter, but it was practically the same thing.
Big Bender.
Boom for the bow.
Highway monitor.
Yeah, Ozzy fucking, he's good enough to have Ozzy sing that for him. Like, what?
Ozzy saying
Yeah.
that?
Did he really?
Yeah, that's
I
Ozzy
didn't know
who
that.
sings that.
Really?
Yeah, that's Ozzy who sings that. Like, Dog the Bounty Hunter song, definitely.
I wonder how much Ozzy got paid for
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I want to know.
Listen to it, it's definitely Ozzy.
Can you write me a theme song, bro?
I am the dog. Yeah.
How can that guy still sing music? He can barely talk.
I know, right? It's
Dude,
weird.
that show, that reality show, the Osbournes or whatever, he's so
Do you know they had
fucked up.
another fucking kid that said she didn't want to be on the show, so they just made her live in the shack out back.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You didn't know about that? She
No.
she didn't want to be on camera. She didn't want to be a part of the show, so they're like, you can live at the guest house then.
That's
Holy
funny.
fuck. What's the name of this other kid?
I don't fucking know.
Or like Hulk Hogan with Brooke Knows Best. And Hogan Knows
Yeah,
Best.
Dude,
Hogan
Hogan
Knows
Knows
Best.
Best was pretty funny.
Yeah, I watched it a few times
The
when I was
mom
younger.
left him to be with a 19-year-old. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got canceled because he said the N-word.
Yep.
I didn't know
It.
that.
I mean, the way he said it sounded pretty racist.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be with no.
Oh, yeah.
What did he go? He's like,
I do
then he
remember
goes,
that.
I'm not racist or anything. Fucking N-words.
Yes.
Okay, so... But then Brooke Knows Best happened. It's just her trying to be a pop
I
star.
didn't watch that one. I saw it coming
Failing.
out, and I was like, that's-
She made like one song that was like very much like Jessica Simpson-y.
"Is it?" Now, did her brother die in a car accident? Hogan's son.
Nick?
No, he killed somebody in a car accident.
Yeah.
Oh.
His name was Nick, though.
That was another funny thing that he did because he fucking instead of fucking apparently Hulk bought them the beer because he was drunk when he was driving.
Oh no.
And when like there was I
Wow,
think it
we
was a
learned a
phone
lot.
recording or it might have been part of the TV show, but he says something to his son like, I don't know what your friend did to do bad to God that put him in that place. And it's like, what do you mean what he did? Your son
gave
literally
him
killed
alcohol.
this kid. Like, your son did this. God did not do this. It was your son. He was
Holy
I
shit.
can't remember what the exact quote was, but it was like your friend must not have been right with God. That's how he ended up there, or something along those lines.
I
And it's
know.
like, holy fuck, dude. You're
I
kind of
know.
missing the point on that one.
This podcast has been a while, but I have something to talk about. So there's this TikTok going around of this guy crying that Jesus is coming back soon.
Yes.
Okay.
I've stitched it.
Kaylin's like, why would someone be that sad that Jesus is coming alive? I'm like, because that's the end of the world. And
See-
Jesus supposedly died for our sins, but we can't sin because the judgment day comes. And then you have to tell all of your sins to this fucking thing at gates of heaven. And then either you are told that you can go to heaven or hell. And that's why people are sad that Jesus is going to come back, because apparently he didn't die for our sins because we can't sin. So what did Jesus die for? Nothing if we can't sin, or
Because
else
he pissed the Jews off.
Yeah.
religion
pretty much.
hashtag.
Dude, I actually saw this fucking thing from Cyanide and Happiness. It fucking, like, the first thing was like, here, drink my, it was Jesus and some guy was like, here, drink my blood. It's the something of the covenant.
It's the blood of Christ.
And then the next thing
Bread.
was like, just kidding. And then it showed, the next thing was like, here, eat this cracker. It's the body of the whatever.
Christ.
And then he's like, April Fools. And then the next slide was him on the fucking cross. He's like, it was just a joke.
You literally just described a comic.
Yeah.
Like, panel by panel.
Dude.
I mean, that's what
That
that's what those
It's
are.
funny.
That's what those are. Is
No,
like
but
little
literally,
comics.
you're like raised. I'm like, this kid went to church one time, like at a Baptist church, and that's why he made
He's
this
a
video.
minister, bro.
That made that video.
Yeah, that kid. He's a. I mean,
Everyone
we shouldn't
stitches
say
it.
he's a kid because he's probably like 23,
He looks young.
24.
To be a minister, fuck out. Anyways, so Baptist teaches you like,
But dude, all
end
his
times.
videos is just him like starting to cry talking about Jesus. It's weird.
Like, why are you so scared of Jesus? If he's so
I
great.
think he uses the emotion as like Jesus is so great, and that's what the emotion.
Everyone stitches that video.
He's so overwhelmed with happiness about talking about Jesus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, like, everyone stitches that video like, yeah, his birthday's coming up. He's coming to party. Like, that's all I see about it, because December 25th is his birthday.
I stitched it, and I stopped it right, like, after he said Jesus is coming, and that's when I cut it off. I was like, good for him. I hope it feels good.
I never saw that. That's funny. I'm going to look it up. But it's just, Kaylin, no, but he looks sad when he says it. He's like, he's
in the
back.
Jesus is coming back video, he acts like we're all gonna die.
Yeah, and Kaylin's like, why? If he's so great, and it's like,
what do you
because
think?
you're
What do you
taught that
think would happen if Jesus came back?
He's not real, so I don't give a
Be
fuck.
like a Family Guy. Nobody would notice.
No one would fucking. It's like American Dad. He comes back and just like fucks Francine and shit.
Is it Family Guy where they make him like he gets on like the MTV awards?
Yeah, he's like famous. And then
okay.
Peter's like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
What's he doing, American Dad?
He comes back and the end of times happens, but he fucks Francine, and then like the Joker, the Riddler, is like his enemy, and he's like the Antichrist. It's like fucking.
I don't really
there's
remember
multiple.
that one.
There's kind of multiple episodes
I gotta rewatch American Dad. It's been a really long time since I've watched that show.
Jesus was a real person. Like, he was an actual person.
See,
100%.
I can believe Jesus was a real person back in the day, but I definitely don't think there was any miracle shit that happened.
Wasn't white.
He came back from the dead.
Mary cheated on Joseph and had Jesus.
What do you mean? Everybody in the Middle East is white.
Yeah, that's what it is. Nope.
There's only white people that come from the Middle East.
Pasty people with brown long hair are in the Middle East.
Jews.
And Mary cheated on Joseph and had Jesus.
Right.
Of course she's not going to admit that.
No.
Because that's
I know we
frowned upon.
talked about this on the last episode because I just fucking edited the last episode and listened to this conversation that we fucking
It
had.
just really pisses me off.
So where does Adam and Eve fit in if...
They're before anything. They're the very first people on Earth.
So they had the first, like, people that came, like...
Mary ate an apple, wasn't supposed to.
Mary, it's fucking...
Not Mary.
Eve.
Eve ate an apple, wasn't supposed to. Then she got punished. What was her punishment? Something about ribs.
They
ribs.
they took Adam's rib to make Eve.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't fucking remember this shit.
The punishment was they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden.
Oh, yes.
And
Narnia.
then what?
This all comes back to
I don't know
Narnia.
any other story after that.
Narnia talks about it. Watch Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
I have. I mean...
Oh, they really talk about Adam and Eve.
Back when it first came out, I watched it one time.
Okay, well, they talk about Adam and Eve. That's what it's about. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
If you think about it, the whole story of Adam and Eve is just kind of explaining how it's women's fault that men don't get to live in paradise.
Well, Adam and Eve was a
That's
story
the
in
whole
the Bible, which is fake, so...
Well, yeah, but it's all metaphors, and to me, like, it seems like that metaphor is that women are the reason why men don't get to live in paradise.
Facts, and
That's
also...
that is the whole
I mean,
thing.
if you really think about it, that's true.
Religion, though, is literally, they were on some fucking good shit, like acid or, like, shrooms or something, and
Ayahuasca.
Spiritual stuff probably did happen to them, some hallucinations.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
They fucking saw some shit. That's real.
Yeah,
that's probably what happened,
you know what?
And then they turned it into
the
a fake ass book to control
who wrote
people.
It, the Old Testament.
To control people.
He was just high on shrooms.
They probably know some John Marks.
What's the Mormon thing? John Smith.
Dum.
He just came back and was like, "Hey,"
and then they lost all of that, and they're like, "If you can go back and tell us the same exact story."
What's the difference between Mormons and Christianity?
Well, Christianity stems from Catholic. Catholic is more about Mary than Jesus or God themselves. Like, they really worship Mary because she's the one that
only
created.
One that do the communion stuff.
No, Catholics do.
That's what I just said.
No, I meant Christians do. Christians do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
only
do.
Catholics do.
Yeah,
Roman
Methodists do it too.
No, Christians do.
Are you sure?
The whole
I've
blood
done
and blood and bread. Yeah.
Do they?
I've done that my whole.
I thought it was just Roman Catholic.
Catholics started it.
Well, Catholics do it like every fucking Sunday.
Wait here,
I don't think Christians have to do it every Sunday. It's like once a year or some shit.
Christmas mass.
Yeah, like a few occasions for Christians. For Catholic, they give you real wine.
I think it's Easter.
I actually went to a wedding one time for one of Missy's family.
Yeah,
Missy's
like
family's Catholic.
Shit. Like you go to a special thing.
Missy's mom's side of the family's Catholic, and we went to a wedding. and they were doing communion at the wedding, and I like leaned over. I'm
Dude,
like,
Catholic weddings are so long and boring.
And they
dude,
talk Latin and shit.
It sucked. Nothing was about the couple.
Facts.
Yeah.
Not
it's
a
all about
goddamn
God.
thing. It was
Facts.
just like some church sermon. But I like, leaned
Religion's
over to
stupid.
Missy. I'm like, I don't have to do this shit, right?
No, I never went up when I was little. I'd always get in trouble. I'm like, give
I
me real
wore-
wine.
Yo, this might. I mean, this might be dickish on my part.
Probably.
I don't know. I wore my hat in the church.
Who cares?
Yeah, did
Who gives
anybody
a fuck?
stop you?
No.
The Pope wears a hat.
Yeah,
It's true.
whole
You're right.
fucking thing.
You're right.
Whole fucking headdress.
You're
yo.
right. I don't feel bad anymore. Cause like sometimes I feel when church things like weddings and stuff, I go to church, like I want to respect them. You know what I mean? Like I want them to respect me, and I'll respect them. So I'll take off my hat and shit like that. But this day I was like,
Fuck it.
I mean, I kind of just forgot.
Mormons, what do they believe in though? Your original question. There's a difference. They believe in
They believe that after they die, they get a planet.
Yeah, they're like fucking out there.
I didn't know that.
They're
Yeah.
very different than Christianity.
I did not know that.
They think that Native Americans were white and that they came from Europe and that Jesus was a
weird.
Native American.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
they believe
Yeah.
weird shit.
It's all just
What
nonsense.
the fuck?
It's all
that's
nonsense
why
that was made up by a 14-year-old.
that's why South Park.
I
does
mean,
the
people
dum,
didn't
dum,
have
dum,
anything
dum,
to
dum.
believe in back
That's
then,
the thing.
so
South
they were
Park
just
depicts
like,
him as an
okay.
adult. He was only 14.
He was young.
He was
was
14
like a
when he
blonde.
started fucking preaching.
I
and
mean,
shit.
what was the life fucking length back then?
That's
like
true.
20
Yeah, he was.
something?
It was his midlife crisis.
Yeah, it was his
Yeah.
millie. That's true. That's fucking
That dude got tarred and feathered a lot.
dum 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 dum.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. That's what, like, even though the religion is stupid, like when I listened to a podcast, I think it was last podcast on the left, did like the history of Mormons, and they were not treated well.
No.
Like, even though it's a stupid religion, like I hear it and I'm just like, oh, I mean, they don't deserve that. They're all just stupid people. They don't deserve to be, because there were times when, because of how religious our country was back then, there were times where they fucking, like, towns and states would hire or issue like an order of like, go and kill all the Mormons.
what the fuck?
Like, that was like, they were like, they are against God, they're not Christian. I think it was in Oklahoma.
Like a minor
They tried
World War
to
II.
before they went to Salt Lake City, they tried to make some city in Oklahoma be the promised land, and then the governor of Oklahoma was like, it's okay to kill Mormons, and people would just fucking storm the town and just kill all the fucking women and
Holy
children,
fuck, dude.
just
I
murder
mean,
everybody because they were like, it's
honestly.
they're to them that was basically devil worshiping, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They were dumb. All religions really dumb. I just think you should just aim to be a good person. Like, just be a
Right.
good human being.
I
And live
like.
your life.
I don't know.
I believe in energy. We talk about what I believe in
Yeah.
before.
I'm starting to get into
100%.
that Satanism shit.
Yeah, I mean,
It's literally just all about living life.
yeah.
And like the Satan is just a representation of it's like
I believe in
it's
the
like
universe. and
it's like
energy.
Satanism's logo.
I just-
Satan like that's Satanism's logo.
I would just believe in
We
energy.
don't actually
in the
believe in
universe.
this being that
Yeah.
beats up angels or whatever.
Oh, because so Satan's actual story, like in Christianity or Catholicness, is that he was an angel,
Yes.
and then he like fucked God's.
No, he
girl.
went against. No,
Yeah.
didn't he like just go against God's like demands or
Yeah,
something?
he did. He like questioned God, but then also there is a thing that was proven in like scriptures that
Proven.
in the Bible.
Excuse me.
As in, they have backup from the Bible. I expressed how the Bible's fake, but in their religion, in the Bible, there is a scripture that says some shit about how Satan like had relations with God's love, and then God got pissed off and jealous.
Mary.
No, Mary is Jesus's mom, who is not God's lover. That was just
No,
to
it was
create
just someone
Jesus.
he had sex
That was
with.
just to he didn't have sex because God isn't a being.
I mean,
God is not a person in
God,
the Bible.
I mean, God definitely took his ghost penis out and was like,
okay, but God's just not a thing. Like he's not a figure or a living. Like he's not a physical being in the Bible either.
He's just something that put everything together.
Yeah, like there's no
That's
vision
stupid.
of there's no
It's
vision
like a
of
cloud
God.
of gas
That's
and future
stupid.
Basically,
That's stupid.
yeah, but that's basically what it is in the Bible.
Christians, your fucking religion's stupid.
Catholic too, but they don't focus on God. They focus on Mary because she created Jesus, so they worship her more than anything else. Like you see
I
a
looked
statue
up-
of her.
Cause like Missy went to Notre Dame, and that's a
Notre
Catholic.
Dame.
That's a Catholic school, and I always asked her questions about this, but she didn't know much because like they don't make you take the religious classes. You can like put them in your curriculum,
My mom,
and
of
she
course,
didn't.
does.
So she doesn't really know a whole lot about like the Roman
I was raised
Catholic
Baptist,
stuff.
and then the Ditzels are Catholic, so I learned a lot of that.
I was raised nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty much raised nothing too.
and like
I used to go to church with my grandparents every once in a while, but that was about it. My parents didn't go to fucking church.
I want to say like 6 years ago, my whole family like just randomly started believing in God, and they always talked about God and stuff, and I was like, what happened?
When my grandma died,
None of the talk that they had started talking about like ever happened. And then I just like randomly started seeing aunts and uncles talk about it all the time, and I'm just like, do you all just believe in God now? What are we doing? And I don't like I think the religion's stupid, but if they go there, like my mom, I feel like she does it for the sense of togetherness
Community,
and being a
she
part
said that.
being a part of something. I don't think she actually believes that there's a God. I just think she likes the good vibes that comes at church.
it's like kind of why we
and-
podcast. It's a reason to get together with our friends.
Yeah, possibly.
She
Because
she
she
said
sees a
and
lot.
hopefully one day this will turn into a cult. And
Yes.
it can be our
we
own
have,
religion.
Yeah, we have our own followers.
We do drugs and
subscribers,
hallucinate,
and we just do drugs and hallucinate,
And
and
we can build a
Talk
little
about
commune and have insane services
you
like
have the
Kanye
perfect
West.
place for it, dude. You're out in the middle of
Facts.
nowhere. We can build you a stage,
bro.
and
Let's go.
we can start.
I'll
preaching.
get a keyboard and play it terribly.
Let's
So
go, bro.
are we going with what are we worshiping?
drugs?
Drugs.
Like everyone, instead of money, gives us drugs.
Well,
and we just get
we'll
fucked up.
extend it to like spiritualism. Like
Yeah.
we take drugs to go on spiritual
No,
journeys.
that's exactly what we're doing.
And have vision quests.
Because that's what.
But then we
actually-
just give them the drugs and we don't take them so we can stay
We
in
just
the right
wa-
mind. And just brainwash them like fucking Charles Manson did.
that, or we take like what they're telling us and we make it into a book and we sell books and become
Oh, I already said I'm gonna
bestsellers.
create a book. But what I'm
And-
saying is, for communion or like for that giving thing that you like pass around each aisle, they give us drugs instead of money, and then we take that for our later use, like to hang out.
Oh, you mean like the
I
collection
kind of want the money
plate.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Does it
gonna
have to
say
be
the money.
instead of-
The money would
We'll
be
just
great.
pass the collection plate and be like,
We'll
we
just-
accept
we'll-
drugs and money.
Say, okay,
Or
alright.
we could like do money and just use some of the money for drugs for
Okay.
the next week and then pocket
and be like,
the
if
other
you
money.
don't have money, give us drugs.
And then we could like
Yeah.
tell the government, be like, we're a religion, you can't tax this money.
Facts.
Hey man, I wrote this Bible and in it says, do cocaine every day. All right, that is my
I see-
religion.
I see
cannot
nothing wrong
oppress
with
I
that.
believe this.
In fact, you need to provide me with pure cocaine.
No
And you can't
oppression.
charge us to live in this house that's next to this
no
church.
oppression up in
No
here.
taxes. If there's like a
No
house,
property tax, no fucking nothing.
if you're a pastor of a church and there's a house with it, you don't pay taxes on that shit.
I'm sure.
That's
Dude,
facts.
I feel like the Victory Church. I feel like they
Fuck.
bought skate land, and I feel like they pay no taxes
Literally
on it.
fuck the Victory Church. That warehouse looking piece of shit of a building.
I mean,
I
the-
hate.
the inside is really nice, but
Yeah. Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's
Like,
still just
wow.
like everyone that works there is a fucker.
I will never forget what I said to Larry Martin, and I love what I said to Larry Martin.
Your old boss, right?
Yeah, and I was very ignorant.
What did you say?
I will never regret it.
Let's hear it.
It was very ignorant. It was very rude.
Let's hear it. I want to hear it.
He was bragging. It was right before I got fired from this piece of shit job. He was bragging about how the pastor of Victory Church paid for them to get their permit and guns to protect it. And I was just sick of him talking about politics and like religion in the workplace. I was always like, I don't want to talk about that here. He would bring me pamphlets to go to Victory Church,
Oh,
business
Jesus.
cards to go to Victory Church. And when he told me about the gun thing, I'm like, shouldn't God protect you in a church? And mind you, a shooting in a church did just happen.
I was gonna say, like, God has never protected anybody in
Yeah.
a church. There's shootings at churches all the time.
What I said was ignorant, but it was like to get my point across, and it did. And he tried to fire me for 3 months, and he succeeded. He like drug tested me like three weeks in a row, and I diluted the fuck out that shit. I hope y'all watch this. And I passed 3 times in a row. And then he finally just documented me for like dumb shit, and then got me fired. But anyways, what I said ruined my job. Don't recommend ignorant stuff to your district manager.
I'd probably do it anyway.
But it just pissed me off. Like I'm not religious.
Tell me what
Fuck
you
off.
said. I want to know what you said.
She just said it.
I said it. I told him, doesn't God protect you in a church? That's
oh.
what ruined the whole thing. It wasn't even that serious, but it was funny. And it was ignorant.
It is funny and kind of ignorant.
But I was just like annoyed. And he
I
would
would've
bring
still- I
Trump
would've
merch
laughed.
into work.
I would've
He
laughed
brought me a
about it.
Trump flag and a Trump hat.
Just for you.
Just for me. Like
It'd
for
be
me.
funny
and-
if he tried to change that to the store uniform.
Yeah.
It was
our
like-
new
You
uniform
have
is
to
a
wear
Trump
this.
shirt and a MAGA hat.
Well, like, my assistant manager at the time, like, loved Trump. So he brought it for both of us, knowing I hated him, knowing I wasn't, like, religious.
Did you
but
tell him to his face, like, I'm not going to wear that?
Yes.
Good.
Oh, that's great. I need something to start my fire later.
Like, I should have went in the parking lot in the middle of it because it was a huge parking lot. Just fucking set the shit. That was the dyslexic moment. Shut the shit.
You should have just told him, like, I'm going to throw this in the trash once you leave, right?
I should've said it in front of
I
him.
would have taken it and thrown it in the garbage right in front of him. Been
Dude,
like,
I was like, no, I don't need that. Thank you.
This is great. My dog's bed is losing stuffing, so I need stuff to put in it.
I don't know. I hate it. How long have we been going? Like 2 hours?
And 2.5.
oh, shit. We should fucking get out of here.
Go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was a long one.
Yeah.
All right.
Watch all of this.
Yeah, watch all of it.
Yeah, you don't say that at the end.
Click that bell.
If they hear this, they've
subscribe.
already watched all of
Click
this.
that bell, subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, and comment below.
CrayJC _247 on Instagram. I
don't
think.
even know my Instagram
Mr.
anymore.
Greenbud.
And Mr. Greenbud 4_20.
Yes, that's
And
it.
at Scruff the Pothead. And go ahead and follow Chad, too.
I don't remember.
Chatty
his
Chatty
Dub.
Dub.
Chatty Dub. Yeah, that's
420.
the
It
one.
might just be
42 maybe, 420, something like that.
If you find him, you'll find Chad.
Yeah,
If you
probably.
find any of us, you'll find Chad. All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.